Zeke did that beat.
Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. Nah, nah. I'll be okay. Okay, okay. Don't worry about me.
Zeke did that beat.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
Zeke did that beat.
Okay, okay. Don't worry about me. 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 Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. Nah, I'll be okay. Okay, okay. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. Nah, I'll be okay. Okay, okay.
Zeke did that beat.
Now if you got a little rhythm, move left to right. A new experience, baby, go and hit your stride. Now who walking? I'm walking. Who walking? I'm walking. Who walking? I'm walking. Is you walking? And when the grooves get good, go right to left. Shut up, y'all. We got to grab the tread. Now who walking? I'm walking. Is you walking? I'm walking. Then stretch and walk it out like you know your plans you have for me. There's no evil. It's all good things. Lord, I love you. So I will trust you. Here I let my fear die. That's why I'm walking.
When my eyes can get it
Faith will be my guide.
and I'll follow
Through the trouble.
when I know
open up doors. Took me down a path I ain't never been before. Looking at the road, I don't see a lot of space. Guess I gotta drop my load, cause you're picking up the pace. Don't leave me to die, be by my side. I get a little anxious, please be my guide. I got my feet shot, I've been prepping for the moment I will get the green light. So if you see me, I'm rolling like feet.
Don't fail me now.
Like I am by faith. Oh Lord, I'm walking. Anybody else going? Yeah, say I am. I'm walking. When my eyes can't get it right, will be my guide. Oh yeah, I'll follow.
When I don't understand, I surrender to your plan for me.
Go ahead, get Papa.
I'm a walking. Oh yeah. I'm walking.
Be careful when you have so much of a friend deficit that when God put assignments in your life, you make assignments your friend. Do I need to run that back? Be careful when you have such an emotional deficit in your heart that God puts assignments in your life and you confuse an assignment with a friend. And it's nothing worse when you start dating assignments. Somebody better come get me. So now you in love with a project and not a partner. That's not dating, that's daycare. In this season of my life, I'm not babysitting no more. Send people who can build with me, not people I have to keep building up. Clock that T. Look at your neighbor and say, clock that, clock that. I'm tired of always having to be the person that people go to and have nobody to go to for my own self. God, send me people who pour back into me as I pour back into them. I'm about to lose my mind being the solution and answer for everybody else.
Will you be an angel for a helpless animal? Every day, innocent animals are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're crying out for help. Please, call the number on your screen with a monthly gift right now. For just $18 a month, only 60 cents a day, you'll help rescue animals from their abusers and provide medical care, food, shelter, and love.
Stand up, never lay down. Used to see us in the back, we in the front now. They tried, we did. Stepping up, no chill, I'm about to go in. Steady dancing in the clouds, got I've been walking mounds, talking handshake smiles for the big win. Bomos on the reach in, trying to put their bid in, hoping they can slide just a piece in. But this ain't for the weak, for the hearts wanna sleep. Put a guard on your piece, gotta stand in your sleep. Take a breath and be meek, gotta take it from me. No one can do you like you do it. Be fluent in you, that's a movement. Stay focused on you, it's not selfish, it's true. It is only to you that you prove it. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. People used to talk how me could fall enough, now they looking for my corner. Red Bull on the backtrack, I ain't cutting no slack, it's a new order. Set my team and really strong now. Kingdom coming like the song now. Guaranteed on this walk, you won't believe, but his word is the creed, and my faith it goes free. No one can do you like you do it. Be fluent in you, that's a movement. Stay focused on you, it's not selfish, it's true. It is only to you that you prove it. It is only through him that you prove it. It is only through him that you prove. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. Entangled entrapments, the pressures of being down. Transcender traps and dead bodies up on the clouds. Depression's a trophy for Gen Z, and socials will kill you with envy, fabricating the line through the enemy. My state it is altered and change has occurred. Intention is heavy on serving this word. My being has meaning, no love lost, I made it. I'm good, I believe me, that's true, I don't think. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. If I can't feel no love, I don't want it, yeah. If you can't feel these voids, I don't want it, yeah. If it don't bring me joy, I don't want it, yeah. I don't want it, I don't want it, yeah. Yep.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Good morning to yours. Good morning to all the people. Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Hey. Hope y'all doing all right this morning. Hope everybody's having a blessed and amazing morning. As early as it is 7:41 on Wednesday, May the 28th, 2025. As y'all know how we do it over here, Way Up Wednesday. Y'all know how it is. On Way Up Wednesday, we do our wellness check-ins. We do all of that. And really, honestly, this week, we're doing the full wellness check-in. This week, we're unpacking insecurities, and today is a really good one. With today, we are unpacking imposter syndrome. And I know that's something that many of us have dealt with, imposter syndrome. So we going to talk about it. We going to unpack it, and we'll get vulnerable, and we'll share, and we'll heal, and we'll grow together. That's the plan. That's the plan for today. So I hope everybody's doing all right on this Wednesday, May the 28th in the year of our Lord 2025. Of course, you are with Zeke Locke. My name is Zeke Locke, and we've got my man's Eric Rideout, Rich Holmes. Of course, Rhonda on the Rocks is around this week, and Pastor Bill Ellis. Y'all know how we do it over here. It's Zeke Live in the morning, baby. And I say it every day because it's been true every day that this is a great way to start your day. So thank y'all for locking in with us. Thank y'all for being locked in. We absolutely appreciate each one of y'all. And if you haven't done it already, if you have yet to do it, please go ahead and do the thing. Go ahead and do the thing. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook. Y'all know all the stuff to do. We're on our journey to 250 and we're still setting up plans for our kickback. We're doing all of that. I haven't mentioned it in a couple of days. It's not fading in the backdrop. I told y'all we was just setting it up because I wanted to be something that I was about to say something that I want to be at. I want to be at it either way, but y'all know what I mean. I think y'all understand what I mean when I say something I want to be at. I mean something that's just not like us just sitting around just in some, y'all know how us church people do. We do church services real well. We done figured out how to do church services. We done figured out how to sit around and do regular concerts and all of that. We done figured all that out. I want to do something fun. I want to do a kickback. So we're figuring that out because I also said I was going to perform. So there's some logistics and things that are involved in it. You know, if I do it, there's one way I could do it and I could have this thing ready for this weekend. Honest to God. There's another way I could do it that is going to take a little planning. So we're celebrating 100 still. We're going to keep celebrating 100. But right now we are on our journey to 250. On a journey to 250. That's the next milestone, next checkpoint that we're looking for. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So go ahead. Like I said, subscribe, turn on your notifications, tag somebody, share it with somebody, especially this week. Because like I said, this week we are unpacking insecurities. And that's boy, these are some tough topics. I think yesterday we unpacked, what was yesterday's topic? Let me look down. Oh yeah, that's right. The mere lies. Yeah, remember that? We were dealing with image and self-perception. That was yesterday's episode. So today we're dealing with the topic, am I even supposed to be here? Imposter syndrome. And so that's going to be a great topic. And we'll explain what imposter syndrome is for those who don't know what it is. Stick around, stay locked in so that we can get you filled in on what imposter syndrome even is. And you might realize that it is something that you've probably been dealing with or that you've dealt with in the past. And so, we're going to keep on unpacking. We're going to keep on unpacking these insecurities. We're going to keep on doing that because I believe that we can grow from it. And so that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to continue to do. So thank y'all again for being locked in. But for the time being, let's do this first. Let's get to the stage. The one and only, the incomparable Mr. Eric Rideout. Y'all know him. Y'all know him. Y'all know what to do when he comes on. Y'all got to show him all the love, but let's get him a dope track. I ain't going to play for him the other track we did yesterday. I ain't going to give him that one. I'm going to give him something cool today. I'm going to give him something cool. Let's see here. How about this, E? I think it's a good one to bring you up to. It's funky, baby. It's funky. There it is. Hey. Y'all welcome to the stage. Co-host, friend, my big brother, Eric Rideout.
Oh.
What's up, E?
I'm ready now.
I figured I would bring you up to a better song than the one I brought
yesterday. And I thought about it, and since we're talking about insecurity, right? In case that person was watching, I don't dislike the song. I just felt, it reminds me of another song that I don't like. And it's not that song, so your song is cool. I just want to make sure you understand it's not you.
Yeah, we're never here to tease nobody. We ain't here to tease nobody. It's just some stuff just hits us a certain way and we start teasing. Right. That's what we do. But exactly. I said that even yesterday. I think in the wrap-up session, I think I texted it because I had to leave. But I think I texted it to y'all. I said, I hope that person isn't watching and think that we like riding their song, like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to make them embarrassed or anything, because that's never our goal. That's never. And the irony was yesterday we were talking about, as of course we're unpacking insecurities, but yesterday we were talking about image and self-perception and all that stuff, and then we continued to laugh at that song. So we, we got to, I'm one to hold myself. I'm like you, E. I'm one to hold myself accountable to that, and make sure that no hard feelings are there. That's never the goal. That is never, ever the goal, especially on this platform. That's never the goal, to drag anybody down and make them feel bad. So, that's the hopes. We hope we ain't doing all that. So, yep.
So, if you was offended, my bad.
Yep. But nonetheless, I mean, still, nonetheless, we've been having a good week, nonetheless. Yesterday was a good episode either way. So, I got a lot of feedback on yesterday, actually.
What you say it again?
I said I got a lot of feedback on yesterday. Actually, people saying that it was a great episode, that it was much needed, that that helped them to. I should probably pull it up. I'm actually looking for it. I was gonna pull it up so I can read it, but I ain't gonna do all that. Somebody has said basically, if I'm paraphrasing here, basically saying it was a much needed conversation. Yeah, that's something I've dealt with. Thank you for bringing it to light. That whole kind of thing. Now I can kind of make some choices. So that means it's just working. Again, I paraphrase very hardcore for them, but I think we saw that in the comments as well. So yeah, that yesterday was a good episode. So this series of Unpacking Insecurities is I think a powerful series to do. I think it's a powerful series because again, we all, as I said yesterday, we all have all these insecurities that we have, and we just, sometimes they're not even things that, as we discovered yesterday, they're not even things that are like invalid in a sense. Like, as we got them from the time we was little kids, somebody gave us, they put something on our mind that it just stuck with us forever. Like, it became this insecurity. So it impacted our image. It impacted the way we see ourselves. And today we'll deal with how it impacts whether or not we think that we belong in certain rooms. And that's a tough one right there, because some of us can be the most talented people in the world, the most, just the most talented, the most gracious, the most friendliest. We can be the top of the line, but if you in your own mind can't see yourself as belonging in that space, then there's really almost nothing nobody else can say to you. You got to really got to come up with this for lack of a better word, this self-esteem that says, yeah, I belong here. But that's easier said than done, and I think a lot of us have dreams and visions and hopes, plans, all kind of stuff, and then when we actually get it, when it actually happens, then we drop the ball, or we feel like I don't belong here. And I'll start it off by saying, yep, I'm that guy. That's me. I'll start it off with that one. That's me. So if anybody else felt like, oh, I don't know, I can't really say that, I'll let y'all know. I'm definitely that guy. I just kicked the whole conversation off like this. I'm the guy who made it all the way to a record contract. Impossible circumstances to even get a record contract. Still got it. Still did it. Everybody had big dreams, hopes, plans, and stuff for me. And for some reason in my head, I couldn't live down, feeling like, man, maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe, where does that even come from? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe years of false humility. I don't know. It's a layered conversation. It's different for everybody, but it can't just be left in the background anymore. Not for me, not for others. That's why I thank God for people like you, Eric, and Rich, and even my wife. I mean, just everybody who, Rhonda, Pastor Bill, just everybody who like keeps pushing at me. Zeke, just keep going. Because I don't think people really understand what that does, to have positive affirmation behind you. Because sometimes it takes a while to really see yourself as belonging.
Nobody else does.
And sometimes it takes people to just keep for years, just pouring into you, telling you. So it's a real thing. It's a real thing, but it's something that if we conquer it, we'll all see our lives do a whole lot better. So that's
one decision could change your whole life.
Yeah. Well, Pat, what Rich say all the time? Life is choice driven. You don't live and die by the choices you choose to make. I've got
to learn the whole thing so I can say it.
Oh, I got it down. I got that thing down. Life is choice driven. You'll live and die by the choices you choose to make. I got a hint for you. Choose life.
I'm gonna get in there and say it.
Right, just step on his lines.
As soon as he ready to say it, I'm gonna cut in and say it. Life choice. So before you get to say it, if Rhonda doesn't have a saying, I can say it.
You got your saying too, though. You got yours.
I got a few of them.
Love you. Just give it all for you.
Yeah,
give it all for him.
Give all to him. Yeah, it's still, I gotta steal somebody else's. I'm gonna still steal it. But good morning to everybody watching. Thank you for tuning in today. Like Zeke said, it's gonna be a great. This headset thing gets stuck in this chair. It's gonna be a great conversation today. Interesting conversation, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Because like I said, it's a thing that we've all dealt with it or are dealing with it. We've all had to deal with, feeling like we're a space that we're in, and this, this comes up, I think, in so many different places. I think this comes up in so many different places. Oh, did I do something? This comes up in so many different places, huh? I might have clicked on something.
I don't know what just happened. I don't see. Here it is.
But it comes up in so many different places. It comes up, whether you're in school, you can be in school, and you end up in honors classes, and I've dealt with that before. Like getting to schools and stuff. My testing was always really, really good. I always had really, really high, like standardized tests and all those kinds of things like that. I was always like, I'm talking like top % of the school. Like I was always in that. So I took my SATs early. I took them in like 8th grade. It was maybe 7th grade. It was 7th or 8th grade. I went and they did a SAT test. They had a few of us from junior high take it with high schoolers to see how we would test out. I remember that was my first time at Homewood Flossmoor High School. Matter of fact, I went to Homewood Flossmoor High School and did that. I was in 7th or the 8th grade. I forget which one. I want to say 8th grade though. And did my SATs, and then scored better than high school seniors coming out of high school. So now all of that. But here's the thing: I was doing all those kinds of things, those testings, these special programs, all that stuff, and my grades were trash. So I didn't feel like I belonged there because everybody else had straight A's and B's, and by the time I got to junior high, I was dropping C's, D's, F's. The first time they gave us a chance to start changing classes and stuff, please, I was every fly honey that was, and I was shy too, and I still was distracted, boy. I was distracted. I ain't had time for homework. Plus the other side was all those programs. I ain't had time for homework. Like it was just, I was not studious in that way. But now I'm sitting in these programs with all these other very brilliant, very smart kids who, like me, are the ones that's basically on a test, doing testing. We're the ones that's carrying the school. So I'm in here with all these folks, but they talking about their grades and did in this paper, and I'm like, I didn't do that paper, and I didn't do that, and I didn't finish that. I didn't do that. All right, my grades don't look like that, right? So immediately you just kind of feel like you don't belong. Meanwhile, though, there's a reason I'm there in that room. Right. But you don't see that. You only see how you don't fit in as the conversation goes. It happens in church spaces. You didn't grow up in church your whole life, so you don't know the Bible back and forth, and people hitting you with scriptures. They're going, well, 1 Corinthians, it says da-da-da, and in Genesis, it says da-da-da, and then you I don't even know what that is. You just, and people will hit you that way. I remember I heard, I won't say what celebrity, but I heard a celebrity talking about that before. He said, the time he spent with a certain group he said it was almost like torture, because it was they was almost trying to make you feel like you didn't belong, like you didn't know the Bible as good as they did, you didn't dress the way they did, you didn't live up to the standard, and it made this person almost feel like they didn't belong and almost want to walk away. Praise God they didn't, because they've given us some amazing stuff over the years, but it creeps up in so many
or just in general, man. If you're sitting down with a bunch of people that went to church, and you're just having a real conversation, and somebody who's sitting there who may not have been, they're left out automatically of the conversation. They're just sitting there doing this. And they really don't know what you're talking about.
And it's so uncomfortable. And nobody wants to be in a place that's uncomfortable. I mean, unless you're there to really learn and just try to grow. But you're coming in with that understanding. But what happens when you just, like you said, sitting around with people and it's just a fun time, and now you don't even fit into you don't even understand what's going on in the conversation, right? I mean, but for some reason, there you are, in the professional world. This is probably where it happens the most, I think, in the professional world. You get a job, I don't know, in a management position or something like that, and you how did I get this position? I got the degree for it.
I don't know none of this stuff.
Right, I ain't got no degree.
He asked God for something, and weird enough, he got it. He was a janitor. This is crazy, at a hospital. I was going through some stuff God, the radiology people walking by that's working in the lab. He said, I want to do that. I want to do that. And he was like, I don't have no degree, but I want to learn to do what they doing. And one day, he was mopping the floor, and one of the people in the radiology department, one of the supervisors, said, "You are such a nice person. I think you'll fit over here with us." He was like, and then when he was like, I don't have They will train you up. And he got in the department. He wanted to get in. He know he didn't belong in there. He said the doctors would be talking and saying stuff, and the people looking at the you know, looking at the X-rays. So he's like, and he said they all pointing like, yeah. He's saying he would be, yeah. He don't know what he was pointing at and looking at. But he got in the room. God gave him that opportunity. So sometimes you can get in a room that you don't belong in, and God will fix it where you are now part of, you know. You're part of the room now, and it's like, and then sometimes you're treated like you belong here. You know, the people around you are like, yeah. Now, what you think? See, and you're like, yeah. And this
right, like, I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about right now. Like, that's what I think. Like, but like, how can you actually?
But you know what? But it's sometimes because you're in the room, somebody who don't know you don't belong in the room, who walking in think you do, and they just jump right into regular conversation with you. Like, hey, man, you know, this BS is blah, 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 blah. What you think about such and such? You're like, man, it's crazy. You only can say that to cover yourself if you know what you're talking about. But to them, you know, it's just like being backstage at the show. If security see you enough, or they don't bother you because it's like, oh, I seen him, you know, already. He belongs back here. You may have been somebody that snuck back there and just stood on the wall or played it off like you belong. And I see that a lot. I've seen people at concerts. I just saw it when I was in Atlanta. This girl snuck back there, and I knew she didn't belong. And she was just a fan because I could tell her eyes when people weren't much like, she was saying that to herself. And she somehow snuck back there. And I walked up to her and said, you don't belong back here, do you? She's like, So enjoy yourself. I kept walking. You know.
You said that to her?
I said, you don't even belong back here, do you? But I didn't say it out loud. I said it to her, and I started laughing. She's like, her eyes got big. She was at me like, I just want, and I did like this. You good? Enjoy yourself. Kept walking. And then got to the point, what I did was I went to some of the people that were working with me with the event. I said, you see her? I said, you know, just take her to the edge of the stage to watch it with you all. And they took her like a friend, like, come on with us. And so, because they belong, you know what I mean? She automatically belongs. She online, dancing with a phone like this. And now, and you know, I was putting on her social media. I'm gonna see if I can find it because I remember part of her name, and I looked up tonight. And she was like, "Oh my God, I went somewhere, and I know I didn't belong, but God allowed me to have it." And you know, but she had a great time. It was life changing for her to see.
Yeah,
man. Sometimes it happens like that.
That's true. Sometimes you end up in a space where you feel like you don't belong, or maybe you truly actually do not belong, and then still God does something.
But you know what Fred always tell you? Fred Hammond always tells us. He said, you'll be in rooms. Sometimes when you're in the room, just be in the room. He always says that, just be in the room. Be in the middle. Be in the moment. And I used to say, you know, even with Fred, I'm like, why am I in here? I'm sitting here looking across the table, and I'm not, you know, you got somebody you like, I grew up looking at your music or watching your movies, sitting in the room with you, and you're like, why am I in here? And then there's been times like, oh, let me step out. Oh, no, sit down. You good. You good? I'm like, I don't, you know, business meetings or attorney meetings or label meetings, some of the things but when a person feels that way, man, I've learned that from him. If I don't learn nothing else, when you get in the room, you're in the room, you're in here.
Yeah.
Be in here.
Yep.
So for those of you that get in rooms and opportunities that you don't feel like you deserve, you're in the room. Just stay there.
And that's really, like you said, like I said, that's the hardest thing. Like that's the hardest thing to deal with, is knowing that you don't belong in a space or feeling like you don't belong in a space. Even if you truly do belong, that's probably the hardest thing. When you truly do belong in a space, somebody put you in that room, put you in that space, and yet you feel like you don't belong. Like, and now, you know, you can't get nothing done. You can't finish nothing. You can't, like, listen, I've been there, y'all. Been there, dealing with it myself. So again, we not preaching at you. I'm not just the hair club president. I am a member of this train as well. And, you know, like it's a real thing. And that's why we talk it out. That's why we dealing with it. So let's do this, E. Let's take a quick music break. And then we're going to come back and do our morning shout outs. You know, that's one of my favorite parts of the show. So to see who got the first comment and all that stuff like that. So we're going to do our morning comments, get people up on the screen and stuff. So if you haven't said it already, just let us know you're here. Say good morning real quick. Just let us know that you're here. You know, we like to know who watching with us. You know, everybody, I know people watch it sometimes. You probably know this. Sometimes people watch it, but they ain't really like, they watching, but they ain't like commenting or nothing like that. And that's cool
Not
too.
engaged.
That's cool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we watch it on
engaged.
YouTube.
Right. Because yesterday, the views, like I tell people that come on, that do what you do, come on and comment, and the gift that you may have may be a blessing to somebody, and the playbacks be real.
Yeah.
The after views be like we said. So now we hit 1,000 plus, and that's 1,000 plus people seeing what you do.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm gonna do. E, I'm gonna play two songs. You probably like this one. I'm gonna play Manny the Great. Manny the Don. I don't know where I'm getting this the Great from. There's nothing on my screen that says the Great. There's nothing on my screen anywhere that has the word great. And I keep calling people the Great. I don't know where I'm getting that from. Manny the Don song is called Hero. And then I'm going to play Just Might by CP the Genius. He the one I keep calling CP the Great. CP the
Great.
That's that song we like, Just Might. Yeah. So I'm going to play those two. This is Manny the Don and CP the Genius. Yeah, there you go. And then we're going to come back with Zeke the Locke and Eric the Rideout. There we go. So here it is, y'all. Love y'all. Make sure if you haven't said good morning, say good morning. We want to hear from you.
Turn on the lights, watch me shine. Turn on the lights, watch me shine. Them dark nights held my grind. All it took was some time. I'ma like take your time. Don't you rush to get old. Problem child, now hero. 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 Hey, no roof, watch the rain fall. Pockets flat, money change, y'all. Hey. Bottom boy ain't have a pot to piss. Now I'm legit, life is lit. I scream doors, know who I'm with. They say pain is what gets you rich. My run deep, I watch my mama warm up that water when they cut the heat. Tell me what's the feat? Stomach empty, but I fed the team. Don't say you with me when that grass get green. And you ain't wanna help break the leaves, it be hard to see. Cause the mirrors be smoky. I've been sipping potion, life been roller coasting. Hey, swear my life been roller coasting. I have my ups, I have my downs. When I'm up, they around. Them fake smiles, peep your crowd. Mama told me slow down and just watch who surrounds. Hey, turn on the lights, watch me shine. Them dark nights held my grind. All it took was some time. I'ma like take your time. Don't you rush to get old. Problem child, now hero. 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 I be feeling like a hero, definition of real. Time don't heal all wounds, I miss my brothers for real. That shine hidden differently because my brother's not here. No with new friends, all of my dogs right here. Want more life, but the graveyard keep calling me. Product of the trenches, but mama told me I'm gifted. You hear my pain, listen. My papa on his last mission got me reminiscing, got me reminiscing. Remember old days, Johnny Taylor at Park. My last $2 being broke, I'm just gon' split it and walk. Feel like I'm followed by a reaper, I look back when I walk. I'm a hero for my people, listen up when I talk. Stars in the making, but bitch I glow in the dark. Hell too hot for a cold soul, so I get drunk when I walk. My mind faded, wish I can go back in days. Wish I was hero for my brothers that didn't make it that day. Turn on the lights, watch me shine. Them dark nights held my grind. All it took was some time, I'ma like take your time. Don't you rush to get old. Problem child, now hero. Problem child, now hero. Problem child, now hero. Problem child, now hero. Problem child, now hero.
time. Told myself the last time was the last time. So tell me why. I know that I'm safe for all alone, but when I'm with you, I lose control. And I'm not new to heartbreak, babe, but that's a risk we all gon' take. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. It's risky, and I know it. Once we get to going, we can't stop. Feel like a locomotive, a runaway train out of control. And this could be unforgettable. I'm hoping we don't get off track, cause it's gonna be a long way back. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. Oh yeah.
We back. Yep. If you haven't done it already, go ahead, do me a favor. Subscribe, follow. Y'all know all the stuff to do. And if you haven't done it already, say good morning. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. We want to know that you're here with us this morning because, this is a great way to start the day. So this is one of my favorite parts of the day. We start doing morning shout outs. I love saying hi to the people. We got a few that's in here. We got a few in here that said hello this morning. Let's see who we got. Check this out. The first comment of the day, I got to give a big drum roll. Drum sound like a gunshot. Shout out to JP Rideout. Yo mama Eric, she was the first one. Look, she put her comment in. I kid you not. This comment came across the screen before I hit the start button. I didn't even know that could happen. I didn't even know that you could.
She was up this morning.
Yeah, she was up. She was ready for it. I did not even know that you could put a comment on before the broadcast even start, before the live cast even start. So that came across literally before I hit the go live button. That was on. So,
I didn't know you could do that either.
Me neither. I just found it out. So there it is, and it still shows up. So hey, I ain't gonna knock it. Shout out. So y'all give Mrs. JP Rideout, aka Johnny Rideout. Y'all give her a big love. I was gonna say a big round of applause like it's a stage, but y'all, you can do that too. You can be at home just clapping away. You can do that. But give us some hugs, give us some hearts, give us some love. Show us your love. That's Eric's mama, y'all. Y'all know we treat the mamas of the show with all deference in the world. So there it is right there. And you know what, speaking of her as well, I didn't put up the comment yesterday when she said that we had a phenomenal or something. She didn't use the word phenomenal, but she used a different word, said the live cast was good. And we like to put her comment up there, and I just missed it yesterday. It was a good topic, and I just missed it. I missed it yesterday, but just so y'all know, yesterday was good because Mama did say it was good. So I didn't put it up there, but she did say it. It's there. You can go back to YouTube. You can see it in the comments. And she said it was good. So there you go. And then, let's right. It's there. She actually said it. All right, y'all. Let's see who it is. It's Asia Jamal. Look at that right there. We have to maybe hook up with her next week or the week after, like when we get into June. Let's get into June. Yeah, we have to link up. She said she'd be willing to help out, and that's a blessing, man. When Lock stars get on and say they want to help and they want to do stuff, that's how Rhonda came on board. That's how Pastor Bill came on board. That's how all these people really came on board. They just want to help. There's Eric and Rich, y'all. I said I was going live, and Eric and Rich were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go. So we love it when people say they want to help out, they want to come on board. So thank you so much, Miss Asia Jamal. And also thank you for being here, obviously. Thank you. That was the second comment of the day. And check this out, y'all. The next comment, of course, was myself. I had to comment and make sure the people saw that I was saying good morning to them from both my YouTube and Facebook. Please follow both of those pages. Both of these are followable pages. There's one, Zeke Locke on YouTube, and there's Zeke Locke on Facebook. You can follow both of those. So my comments don't count. My comment, it counts because I love you, but it don't count. Who got first comments of the day. But I told y'all every day, if she's not first or second, she's third, because there she is right there. Brony Cat 1. Hey, Bronyo, what's up? She says, good morning, Lock Stars. It's Winning Wednesday. Woo! Listen, how's your heart? How's your mind? Have you set any goals for the week? Look at that. She coming on giving y'all free therapy. Y'all better take it. And then here's the other church announcement. The church announcement, lady announcement right here. Here's the other one. Welcome to Zeke Live in the Morning with Zeke Locke, Eric Rideout, Richard Holmes, and Rhonda on the Racks. I keep saying Rhonda on the Racks. I don't know if that's country or if that's just. I think Rhonda got some money coming. Either way. Rhonda on the Rocks is what I'm supposed to be saying. So there you have it. Rhonda on the Rocks. Grab a drink and let's get these minds focused on purpose. Now that's heavy right there. Let's get these minds focused on purpose. Like, what is your purpose? That's a good question. What is y'all's purpose? And maybe that's a good way to really kind of to start the conversation about imposter syndrome. What is your purpose? Maybe if you just figure out your purpose, maybe it helps to curb some of the imposter syndrome. I know that for myself, so I can say that. Yeah, here's another one, Dr. Jonathan Jordan. I think he tried to call me yesterday, as a matter of fact. I got to look back at my missed calls. I was in a bunch of meetings and some other stuff yesterday, so I was moving around. But shout out to him. This right here, this Pastor Zeke Locke. Y'all, that be when people be Pastor Zeke Locke, and I be my God, I just somebody. We're going to talk to the Lord about that, y'all. We're going to have to talk to the Lord about this.
That pastor stuff is crazy.
Right. That's wild, boy. I don't know if anybody want me to be their pastor. I don't know.
And my camera will be back on in a minute.
Right, exactly. You talk about imposter syndrome. There it is right there. Shout out to Dr. Jonathan Jordan. We love and appreciate him always being here. He locks in with us every day. And I just, I really don't take it for granted. I do not. I promise y'all I don't. And then look, speaking of Rhonda on the Rocks, as I said earlier, Rhonda on the Racks. There she is right there. Rhonda got racks on racks on racks on racks. Keep getting your stacks on stacks on stacks. Because we black, we black, we black, we blacks. There you go. Yeah, Rhonda. I don't know. Why do radio hosts do that? They always just come up with random stuff to say and make it rhyme. Just repeat it over and over just to fill up the time. You see what I just did it again? So Rhonda on the Rocks. There she is right there. Wishing her a good morning this morning. And then that's right here. This comment came across. I saw this one come across when I was talking about being in all these different classes and stuff. She said Zeke the Freak. Yeah, I used to hear that name. Zeke the Freak, Zeke the Geek. What else? Zeke the Chic. What else have I heard? Anything that rhymes with Zeke. Yeah. Anything that rhymes with Zeke, I've heard it. I've heard it. Ezekiel saw that wheel. Ezekiel saw the wheel. I've been called that all my life. Yeah. So there you have it. People see me be Ezekiel saw the wheel. I'll be like, oh my God, go away. Listen here, my boy, my homie, my friend. Willie Chapman Jr., shout out to him. And, speaking of Will Chapman, we had that song we just played. The first song we played during the break was Manny the Don, a song called Hero. And that's an artist that Will C actually manages. I call him Will C. Willie Chapman, I call him Will C. So that's an artist that he actually manages and is trying to help him get his career and stuff started. So shout out to Will, shout out to Manny the Don by proxy of Will. There we are right there. That's my boy, my homie, my friend. And then, Eric, here's one that you'll truly love. Here's one you'll truly love. It's our girl, Miss Rita Miller. Our prayers worked.
Jail cell yesterday. She back.
Our prayers worked, y'all. Y'all must have really been praying. We had this up all for most of the show yesterday.
Out of jail?
Yeah, we had that show up yesterday. We had that up for most of the morning yesterday, and we said we were going to take it down when Rita came in, and she came in, and look, there she is this morning. Showing us that the Lord is still setting the captives free. So praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Rita, Eric got me talking like that, Rita. You know I love you, girl. But you know you gangster.
She out today, though. We glad you're home, Rita. Glad you're home.
Yeah, we glad you here. We glad you home. We glad you're home.
You know,
Rita gonna be like, I'm
on your
all
book.
y'all still. And here's our homie, our friend, our brother, our man's Mr. Chris Hood, True Hood. What up, Hood? When you see him, you gotta be like, Hood. He's one of them people where, like, for years and years that I've known Hood, I've only called him Hood or maybe True Hood here and there. But I don't know why do we always call Hood by his last name? We don't.
I've never called him by his first name.
I've never called him Chris, Christopher, like Christopherson, Christmas. I've never nothing with a Chris in it. I've always just called him Hood. Just yo Hood. Like, where do we get that from? I don't know. Why did we start?
I don't know. I guess because it's his last name, right?
I guess, but I don't think he introduced himself as Hood. I think we just started calling him that. Like,
yeah, he did.
That's the crazy part. Like
that's who you are, and that's
True Hood. We just he introduced himself as True Hood. And we just said, "Yeah, we're gonna call you Hood," like, collectively, because everybody in our circle and our everybody in our little square, our little bubble, we all just call him Hood. So that's his official name by us, y'all. It's Hood, just Hood. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is his name. This is his actual name. But for all your camera needs and all that stuff, we were actually just with Hood on Sunday at Rhonda's house. They were shooting the video for the Rhonda on the Rocks podcast with the song that Jamaica Lachey did. So it was a Jamaica Lachey Rhonda on the Rocks video shoot, and so we were hanging out Sunday night over at Rhonda's house with that, and that was just a really good time. I really enjoyed that time. It was a great weekend. I was really glad to be part of that. Check this out right here. Check this out. Rita says, Eric, shut up. And then, of course, I started getting in as well.
Disrespectful. Lorgus,
don't.
Your husband, that's cool. No, I was playing.
Wow.
She lacked discipline. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Rita ain't going. Rita going.
She go right back to jail. We don't want you to go back. Stay out.
Yeah, Rita is going. I don't know. Was that something I was? Oh, probably when I said the whole pastor thing. That I ain't insecure about that. That's just some people be calling me, and I ain't never told nobody to call me that. I just ain't never told nobody to call me that. That's all.
People just
for some reason, a bunch of people keep calling me that.
Well,
do I give off that kind of vibe? Like, I thought I was cool. I thought I was a cool guy. Apparently, I got a pastor.
Some people find some of the pastors are cool pastors. They like.
Yeah, it's true. We got some cool pastors and stuff, but
some on there.
I always thought of myself as being cool. Cool guy. But if people be pastors, I'd be like, maybe I'm an old man. I don't know.
Or Pastor Locke.
Right, Pastor Locke.
Because they already called your wife Mother Locke, ain't it?
Yeah, they've been calling her First Lady, Mother Locke. Well, she done got hit with all the names.
I know she don't like none of that.
Yeah, I think she just like. I think she likes just being with me. That's what I think. I think she like all that stuff because she get the recognition and all the, as she should. As she should.
For her Christmas or birthday, get her the Duster 3000, and she gonna be all right.
The crazy part, I'm the one that actually. So my mother-in-law got us a vacuum after we got married. Like, she got us a vacuum. I'm the one that actually pulls the vacuum out like every day. Like I vacuum my floor like a mad. Like every day, I'm like vacuuming floors, couches, and all kind. So I done took on some of the, as we would call it, Eric, some of the woman's work.
Woman's work.
But I don't mind cleaning up. I don't. The only thing I can't do, I almost refuse to do it. I will protest. Is washing dishes. I cannot.
Now that's the thing I like to do.
Really?
It's a goal to make sure they look sparkly.
Yeah.
Not one spot on them. And sometimes do like this and real carefully go down the edges and up. Yeah.
I feel that. That's me. I got like a whole system.
I like the vacuum
dishes. I do like vacuuming. I like to make sure the house is vacuumed. And I make sure the bathroom is clean. I do all that stuff. Yeah.
Washing clothes, I like doing that.
I'm usually the clothes washer. Although she did the last clothes washing that we've done. She did the last few loads. But yeah, no cap. I'm usually the one that's washing the clothes. I'm usually the one that's cleaning the bathroom, vacuuming the floors. But washing dishes, oh no. I will let them bad boys. I'll go buy a new set of dishes
and throw them away.
The ones in the sink. Like we go through so many paper plates, and it's not good for the environment. But it keeps us from washing dishes. That's for sure. Like I kid you, but I'm the same way with you. I got a whole system to washing dishes. I wonder if anybody else does this as a system. Like first thing I got to do, like before I can wash dishes, like the sink got to be cleaned out. I mean, I'm talking. I got to scrub it with disinfectant, bleach, and I got the hot water rinse it. I mean, that by itself is like a 5-minute process. Just that.
And by the time you're done with that, you're like, oh, I'm over it now.
Yeah, I'm over it now. But I gotta like organize the dishes. All glasses and clear things have to get washed first, and then the silverware, and then whatever.
Then I have a paranoia about the water being dirty. After you wash some of it, you gotta redo the water again.
If somebody puts a dirty dish in my clean water, I will cuss them clean out. Because how can you wash things in dirty water? Like, so I've got it separated. The clean water only has dishes after I've washed them. Then I put them in the extra hot water and I let them soak and rinse in there just in case I missed it. Then they can disinfect the dish. So if somebody takes a dirty dish and puts it in that clean water, I'm ready to fight. I'm just you just ruined my whole thing. Now I got to re-clean the entire sink out.
I don't. And another thing I have to do, I get up all night and remake my bed up.
Yeah.
I can't sleep if the what do you call it? The part that goes over the mattress come up.
Oh yeah.
I had to get up and redo the whole bed, then get back in it and try to go back to sleep. You know that's torture doing that all night. You wake up and look on like, oh my God, I get up and I hate that.
Oh, you one of them.
Your mother said. Your mother said she thinks she messed you up.
Yeah, maybe so. Cause my mama was my mama's in here. Oh, I didn't even see my mama. Oh, look at that. I didn't even see her in here. Yeah, my mama definitely that was something that she put in us. She was like, "Don't you put these dirty dishes?" Like, now people just take the dish and they just put it in the dishwasher. But the dishwater, and then people like take that and the dishwater and wash it and then put it away. I'd be like, "You gonna eat off of that? Like, that's clean to you? Nah. Yeah." I'm like you, E2. I don't like seeing spots. I don't like seeing spots on the glass.
That's why I'm constantly wiping my glasses while I'm on this thing and moving. I don't like to see my phone and it's got nothing on it, or rub across it and there's something like what's that? I don't like that.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the same way. Oh, and check this out. Rhonda says I am cool. There it is. So I am cool, y'all. I am cool. So I don't know. So something I'm a pastor, something I'm cool. I don't know. I think I'm cool. I'm gonna go at Rhonda.
Just be a cool pastor. Like Pastor Rich Holmes is a cool pastor.
Yeah, Rich is pretty cool. Rich is a cool dude. Yeah, he's a cool dude. And then shout out to DJ Red. Yeah,
he's the pastor.
DJ Red. He
got
Pastor Red.
Yeah, he got pastor potential.
Pastor Red. You know how Red talks. He gonna be like, and open your Bibles today to Genesis. Red, so like his demeanor is always like right here.
Say it don't go here, it don't go here, right here.
DJ Red is always like right there, and then he'll like laugh and like come out of nowhere. He'll like laugh, and then come right back to right here. Like,
you just reminded me when you said laugh, and not that Red laugh like this. You just made me think of that basketball player that laughed. You remember?
Oh,
everybody making fun of him.
Yeah. That was creepy.
That was the worst laugh ever. I'm like, dude, don't you? And DJ Red don't laugh like that, but Red just laughed out and then go right, like I said, back to normal.
Yeah. And Rita said, yes, you have to clean the
sink. And I know Rita probably be clean.
Yeah.
Prison system, they teach you how to clean really well.
Well, she wants us to know she's never been to jail a day in her life. So
she's definitely been. And you know what? Another thing I don't like is, like, I have hardwood floors. So I mop them all the time because I want to, and I test it. I put on my white socks and walk across the floor.
I feel that.
Then I sit down real quick and look. I'm like, okay, nothing on my, but if I look and my sock messed up, and that's nothing. I don't like dirty socks. White socks, I throw them away.
Yeah.
I can't stand dirty socks. I don't like holes in my socks either. I used to not care. I'm young, but your toes stick out, but now it's uncomfortable. But what I don't like, but the funny thing is, no, I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say that. Because I think some men will wear raggedy underwear and be okay with it.
I can't do it. I can't. It's
like
not comfortable. It's not comfortable to wear raggedy underwear. Also, my mama's on here, so I can't say what I was going to say. So there you go. Speaking of my mama, good morning to my mama. Y'all go over there, show my mama some love. Y'all know how we do the mamas of the show. We show them some love. Yes, we show, and that's my mama, y'all, right there, Dr. Lisa Thompson Dyson. That's my mommy. She actually gave birth to me. She actually carried me for, I think she carried me for 9 months. I don't think I was premature. Yeah. I mean, in fact, I think I came out the day I was predicted to come. I was predicted to come December 1st, and I came out 6:45 p.m. December 1st, Thursday, December 1st, 1983. There it is right there. I was right on time. May not show up when you want me, but I'm always right on time. There's more. So, yeah, give it to my mama right there. And she says, yeah, she messed me up. Can't stand food stuff in my water. My God, I just... Ew, just thinking about it makes me want to go clean the sink out on the next music break. Like, I will not put my hands in it.
You know what I don't like too? And I do it constantly. And I don't like nothing under my fingernails.
Oh, yeah, I'm constantly. And I'm always biting my fingernails.
I bite them, but I don't bite because I got nails.
Yeah,
but I don't like to look at them and see something under them that shouldn't be.
Yeah, it'd be kind
of bothers me.
One of these
I have a
right
lot
here.
of those stuff I don't like. I don't like the sweat. At all. I don't like I just got things. I mean, maybe it's issues.
Yeah.
Just things I don't like. I got a machine because I don't like lint balls on my clothes, so I got a thing I constantly. Man, maybe those are habits and things that I gotta stop doing.
I don't know. My wife is
obsessive almost.
Yeah. Well, Sticks is the same way. She don't like nothing bumpy. Like if a shirt starts, they call them pills. If it starts getting that on the shirt, where it starts getting, like a sweatshirt, it just starts getting after you wear it a few times. You got she got a whole thing to like scrape all that stuff off, and if it get to where she can't do that, she just throw it away. She's like, it got bumps. I mean, she could have worn it twice. If it get them little pills, it got bumps on it, and then she is done with it. Like never to be worn again. Like, she won't even sit next to me if I got on a shirt that's like this. She's like, ooh, your shirt got bumps. Ooh. I'm like, what?
I got an uncle like that. My uncle, my mother's brother. If something bothered him too much, he done came home and looked at his house, just throw everything away. He'll just buy new stuff. He get irritated really quick over stuff.
That's kind of stuff my dad would do.
I do that too, though. Like, I have stuff my mother, I'll just throw it away. Like, look, you can watch that, keep it. Why? I just don't like that, man. I just, maybe it's habits. Maybe it's habits, everybody.
Yeah. I guess we do have our different quirks and habits. And speaking of which, there's my mom. She said 9.5 pounds. That's how much I weighed when I was born. Dude, I was 9.5 pounds.
I don't know how much I was. I'm gonna call my mother. Who is that? Oh, that's Rhonda.
Did I just do something?
Yeah, you just brought Rhonda to the stage.
No, I clicked the comment. Oh, she's in her mobile. That's why. Mobile. So the same thing happened to me.
It's so embarrassing. Sorry, guys.
You didn't tell her nothing. She just came on the way she was. That was funny. You got her again, Zeke.
I thought the broadcast just ended. Like, because the thing, like the screen went like this and it shifted everything over. I was like, oh, God, here we go again. Live cast finna just end. I don't know what
I didn't know who that was. Like, who the heck is that?
I am so sorry.
I didn't see her name on it.
Well, you here now.
I am here now, and it's raining, and I'm driving.
Hey, wait a minute. Your hair is different. Okay.
Oh, she got that new hairdo, new attitude too. Clock that T.
Clock this T.
Clock it. Crab motions. Yes.
Period.
Yes. When you go on the, I found this out. I realized this. Should I say? The other day when y'all was going live and y'all was stuck and I came on And it's just like, it put me on the screen. I was like, oh, shoot, there's so many things happening at one time,
Yeah.
like in that 3-second period. It's like the longest 3 seconds of my life. Like, I was like on the screen. I went to click the button. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I clicked. Y'all saw all of that, and I didn't put myself.
Did it make you like an old man? Like you looking at the screen, you try to, your finger like
right.
And Rhonda, before we get into our subject, we were talking about things we don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, I don't like to people. Well, that's not my business, but
You're like, what kind of people?
No. I sometimes I don't, but I don't like how people drink their drinks. Like if it make a noise when they drinking it. My mother tell you that because if she's sitting by me and I hear some kind of sip sound, I'm like, why are you doing that? Drinking normal. She's like, don't tell me how to use, I can't stand that. And I like divider plates. I don't like my food to touch.
See, now I'm the opposite. I'll use a divider plate, but I don't like my food to touch, but I hate divider plates. Like, I just feel like a fourth grader or a third grader. Like, when you go over your auntie house and all her kids is a certain age, maybe I'm talking from experience, all her kids is younger than you, so they eating stuff like chicken nuggets and fish sticks and tater tots, and they got the ketchup in one plate. That's what divider plates remind me of. Like, I'm supposed to have a little dab of ketchup here and some fish sticks over here and the little dino nuggets over here. Like,
and I use mine just like that. And if my stuff, pause. But I'd take my fork and do this if I have to keep stuff.
Really?
I just don't want it to get together. And that's funny because you go chew it together, right?
Yeah. But some stuff I'll mix up though. Like I'll mix up some macaroni and cheese with some, like if it's the right macaroni and cheese and it's got the right mashed potatoes, I just might mix two of them up and
See, my mother just put up a point and she right. I would throw the whole plate in the garbage if you do that. If you touch my stuff, or if you touch the like say my mother in the kitchen, right? And she's like, if I'm at her house, she's like, hey, you can get some of this. I won't touch it. I'll just look at it. I don't want, if you touched it, if your hand was around it, all of that, I won't eat it. I don't care who it is. My mother has sad stuff on her plate. Here, you want this? I'm like, not at all.
We about to go.
I can't eat it.
I feel it. We about to go to a music break, but you just reminded me of something. My wife is the exact same way. Sticks do the exact same. If you bring her a cup and your hand is like this when you bring the cup, like say this is the cup, and you bring her the cup like this, she be like, I need you to take that back and hold the cup like this. Like,
yeah.
Don't put your hand over the rim of her cup. Like, even if it's not touching the rim, just the fact that your hand is cupping over it. She like, nah, can you bring me another drink? Like, and she will send it back like with no.
Or if you open up my straw, my daughter has done that. Say, here's your straw. That open a stick. Like, I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, y'all, let's do this. Let's take a music break real quick. Let's head out with a music break, and we're coming right back. Rhonda's already on the stage, so we ain't got to introduce her.
And you got her gear. How that pup that look.
No, I logged on because it says enter studio. When you use your laptop, it puts you backstage.
Exactly.
When you use your phone, it literally puts you on the stage.
On the stage,
so
as soon as you come in.
I was not trying to disrupt you. I thought I was going backstage, but I didn't. Here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am. So, yeah. Okay.
You're here for I weigh 6 pounds and 5 ounces. And I was 22 inches long. That's it? Did I come out right?
Weak ass baby.
I'm early. Something.
Little frail ass baby.
Because my daughter Deja was almost 10 pounds and that long. She was a big baby, but
that's right. Me and Deja was strong with it.
I was
10-pound babies. We was over here. That didn't last the rest of my life, but can't put on weight to save my life, man.
So what happened? I got my height as a baby, and then it stopped when I got in 8th grade.
It happens.
That's crazy. Okay, I know we gotta go to the song.
Yeah, let's do this music break real quick right here. This is my friend, my brother, my homie. We just was with him last week, and we just like this song, so we just gonna play it. We just gonna do one song, and we coming right back to get into this topic, imposter syndrome. And I'm gonna pose this question to all the Lock stars, everybody who's watching us live. I'm going to pose this question to you. Have you or are you currently dealing with imposter syndrome? If you don't know what it is, we'll come back and give you a definition of it. But it's basically the feeling like you don't belong somewhere where you are. And it's not like I don't belong here because I'm better than these people. It's the feeling of I don't belong here because these people are better than me and I don't belong at their space. I'm not at their level. Have you ever felt like that? Are you currently feeling like that? Are you on your way into a situation where you may feel like that? We're going to unpack that insecurity today. So I'd love for you to jump in these comments, lock in with us. We all healing and growing together. But for right now, here's my boy Brandon P. with one of our favorite songs over here. We play it all the time because we love it. Blessings.
Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each blessing I receive, it keeps bringing me joy.
Yeah, okay. Blessing to coming in front of me. Coming in front. I'm in the cup with a bag on me. How you feel? Like I got my piece in this heavenly? Yes. We not the same. Keeping the fake up under me. You know. Yeah. I gotta go. I'm in the league. Yeah. No checking the scope. Plain to see. Plain to see. You reap what you sow. You cannot face me. I gotta say this life is amazing. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time he say my life. Coming with that talk. Please don't kill my vibe. Shorty got that walk. She know what I like. Yeah. With the gang and it's some shy, yeah. Okay, I'm in the still, I got the truth. Look at the pedigree. Okay, I never lose when I'm on the move. I'm leaning on the G. Okay, dipped in the water, only the Father coming in clutch for me. Coming in clutch, coming in clutch, coming in, yeah.
Blessings falling down on me. Down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each blessing I receive.
Yeah, you problems I avoid. Why would I give up my core? Belief in you gon' change my world. Make me feel like I'm the world. You, well, maybe I'm not sure. Just make me your little vessel. I won't wrestle with you, Lord. I got all these blessings raining. I'm gon' need a new umbrella. We don't do that stressing, baby. Faith gon' work in any weather. Yes. Once I gave him all of me, I just hit the Hall of Fame. We take Jesus over shame. Got no limits, but he not damn. They say no, I'm still the same. Yeah, I got a lot to prove. Fill my life with room. Yeah, I got that tune. Yes, I couldn't help it, my confession. Tell him I'm about to bloom. He wrote me up from the womb. Blessings coming soon.
Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive.
Oh, that's great fun. Great fun. That's great fun there. There it is. Great fun. Losing the hat on the road. We love great fun. Hey, y'all, we back. Zeke Live in the morning. Go ahead, subscribe. We are talking imposter syndrome today. It's a great conversation. So please share this with somebody. Let them, get in on this conversation. Let them lock in, because this is one of those conversations that it deserves to be held. It deserves to be had, because we need to deal with this thing called imposter syndrome. Am I even supposed to be here? Let's get Eric and Rhonda back to the stage. There they are. Shout out to them. Hey, y'all. So while we were on the break, I got a working definition of the word imposter syndrome. In case anybody is not familiar with what it is. Let me read this out real quick. Speaking of which, if you've not got onto the Chat GPT board, y'all should, Lock Stars, y'all should really jump on this, even if it's not Chat GPT. Of course, we throw that one out all the time because that's like, when you talk about tissue, you use the word Kleenex, or if you're in the South and you talk about a pop, they call it a Coke. Chat GPT is a brand that's used, but they got different types of GPTs or AI GPTs. So like Claude, or what's another one? Gemini, and there's a bunch of them out there. But Chat GPT is kind of the big one. So I always tell people, go ahead into this. The new, it's like an industrial revolution, if you will. It's out there, it's there, and so it gave me a very quick definition of what imposter syndrome is. Now you got to know a little something beyond Chat GPT because they'll make some ish up on you real quick. So so you got to be careful too. You got to know a little something. You got to know how to prompt it. But I put it in, and I asked specifically. This is a little bit of a Chat GPT lesson. I asked specifically for a scholarly definition. So I needed something that was scholarly. I needed something that came from people who actually study this stuff, like psychology and all that. And this is the definition that is spit back at me. And this is based on foundational work by Clance and Ames from 1978, supported by subsequent research in clinical psychology and organizational behavior. So this is a real definition of the word imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is a psychological phenomenon characterized by persistent self-doubt and a pervasive fear of being exposed as a fraud, despite clear evidence of competence and achievement. Individuals experiencing imposter syndrome often attribute their success to external factors such as luck or timing rather than their own ability, and they may struggle to internalize accomplishments. That's huge right there. This cognitive distortion can lead to chronic anxiety, perfectionism, and diminished self-efficacy, and is frequently observed among high-achieving individuals across diverse professional, academic, and creative fields. So when we're talking about imposter syndrome, the thing that stuck out in that definition to me is that you got this fear. It creates a constant chaotic anxiety within inside of you. You got this fear that somebody's going to expose you as a fraud. In other words, somebody's going to come out, tell you that you don't belong. You carrying that weight on you. And again, like I said, I'll be the first one to be vulnerable and let y'all know that I struggle with imposter syndrome. People ask me all the time, how come this is, why you still working on this, man? This is better than anything anybody else already got out right here. This is ready, man. You can put this on. And me, I'm trying to make it as perfect as can be, because in my mind, somebody's going to come along and pick it clean apart and tell the world everything that's wrong with it and why it don't work. And they gonna call me the devil and tell me that this, and again, these are, some of that is not because it's just in my own mind. Some of that, there's been times even with this platform that we're doing, Zeke Live in the Morning, you'd be surprised some of the comments that we get sometimes. People who say stuff like, oh man, y'all sure y'all Christians over there talking about this kind of stuff and you bringing this stuff, right? Somebody just look, you get this fear. But sometimes when you're talking about real imposter syndrome, and I'm gonna toss it to y'all, when you're talking about real imposter syndrome, you're talking about a thing that you really do deserve to be in. You really are good enough. Like Zeke, you really are good. And I'm talking to myself now, y'all. I'm talking to nobody else. I'm talking to me, if nobody else. Like, you really are good enough. You really do belong in this space. So why is it that you can walk into a room with other people who are looking up to you, and then you feel like you the one who's less than? Like, this is a real thing, and it's created inside of me. Like I said, I'm being a little vulnerable here. I'll kick it off that way. It's created a perfectionism within me. It creates this, a chronic anxiety. Like, I'm always just worried that something's gonna go wrong or something, and you start making up scenarios that ain't even real. Like, and it happens. I deal with it. I know I can't be the only person in the world. Y'all let me know. Am I the only person in the world that's ever dealt or dealing with this and trying to overcome it? What do y'all say, Eric, Rhonda? Y'all can jump in there.
You are not the only one. And I'm grateful that I'm not the only one, because imposter syndrome can be crippling. And sorry, y'all, it's raining. I got my wipers going. I'm driving. I'm trying to get to work for a meeting. But
No, you good.
I didn't want to miss this this conversation. I especially I think when you are doing something new that you've never done before. So like podcasting is new for me. I've always been in education. I've been a teacher since King had a dream. Like that's who I am. I taught Sunday school as a kid. So um I just always thought that that would be my lot in life and that would be my plan. And I would always say things like, I don't want to be recognized. I don't have to be on a platform. Just give me the money. Like I would say stuff like that. But in the back
Mm-hmm.
of my mind, I'd be like, I wouldn't mind like singing in a choir or being a background singer for someone or, but that was always like way, way in the back of my mind. Like everybody got dreams. And it's just like, that's just one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But especially in this podcasting space, because all of the people that I follow and all of the people whose podcasts I love, they have hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all of that. And they're going places and they're getting flued out and all of that stuff. And I'm just like, okay, well, here I am with episode 21. We're going to talk about BDSM or, like whatever. Um, And so it does get really, really hard sometimes to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hear people saying like, no, you really got like some of my favorite podcasters have been like, you really have something. Like I watch your podcast and listen to your podcast to help me. And I'm like, nah, I don't think you be doing that. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, I really do listen to your podcast and I take some of your ideas and thoughts. I love the way that you talk and the way, and I'm like, say that. Like, and this is when I had like 7 episodes of Rhonda on the Rocks out.
Mm.
Uh, Even when I had the other podcast and a lot of people were encouraging me to do my own, I was like, no, I need a guest. I can't just talk to myself. No, I can't just do all that talking. And here I am, but it's a struggle every single day. Like I reached out to some potential guests. I've had people cancel. That's why season 3 is so delayed
Mm.
because I've had so many people cancel or not respond back. Even like people that I know, like people that I see on a regular basis, I'd be like, please check your email. Like what? Check your email. Are you gonna do this or not? But I've realized too that what's for me is for me, and I'm just gonna roll with the punches like I've been doing, and just allow God to just do what He gonna do, and let Him get the glory from it because that's just what it is. Like I've made a commitment to not allowing imposter syndrome to continue to like take root in what I'm doing. Like it still shows
Mm.
up, and I talked
Mm-hmm.
about this on one of my daily videos recently.
Mm.
It still shows up on a regular basis, on a regular basis. But I have to like, no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing this. If it works out, it works out. And then there's this other thing where I say like, this is being super vulnerable. I'd be like, I just do it for fun. Like Rondo the
Mm-hmm.
Rocks is just for fun. Like I just, if I never do anything with it, at least I had a good time. That is not true. That's not
Mm.
true at all.
Mm.
It is not true at all. Like I really want this podcast to go somewhere. I really want to monetize. I really want this to be a stream of income, if not my sole income, at some point in my life. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you don't feel, or you feel like you're not doing good, or you feel like a failure, or the imposter syndrome, is creeping up, then I'll say things like, "Oh no, I just do it for fun."
Mm-hmm.
Like, or people will ask me like, where do you see your podcast going? I mean, if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere, right? Like if it
Yeah.
doesn't, then it doesn't. And that's not true. Like I don't actually mean those words. I really
Mm.
want this. I mean, because I'm invested, right? So of course I
Mm-hmm.
want to get some return on my investment, but it's easier to say I just do it for fun because
Yeah.
imposter syndrome tells me this is not a space that I belong in. And
Mm-hmm.
especially when you
Mm-hmm.
start talking about, I know I've been talking too long, I'm gonna kick it to Eric,
Mm, no,
but
you good. Yeah.
especially when you grow up in church and and my mom is the pastor of my church, so everybody's looking at me like, not you on here talking about, like, not you having professional doms on your podcast, like, not you, on here cussing and going on other people's podcasts and cut, like, that makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. But in my heart, I know that I'm not. Like I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. But other people's, them turning up their nose or them saying like, "Ooh, girl, I don't know. What made you want to talk about that? What made you want to do
Mm-hmm.
that?" Like it makes you feel like, oh, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But I personally don't feel that way. But other people in their opinions and their like snarky remarks or all of those things will
Mm-hmm.
make you feel like, ooh, it makes you second guess yourself, and that contributes to the imposter syndrome. Like, oh, maybe this is not my lane. Like, maybe I need to be on TBN or the 700 Club. Like, I don't want to be on that. I don't want to. I want to be on BT. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I could be on BT early in the morning on Sundays too when they talking good, or I could be on Uncut. Like,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my
Mm-hmm.
spiel.
No, but that's absolutely correct. And it makes me wonder, like, because we talk about the imposter syndrome and the definition, the working definition that we're using. Um, like, it factors in that you really actually do, like, you're really qualified for this space, but something inside of you is making you feel like, nah, I don't belong in the space that I'm actually qualified for. I must have just got here because it was good luck, or I must have got here because I was just in the right place at the right time. And I can't act like those aren't factors that go into why we receive and get opportunities. But at the same token, you get an opportunity not just because it was the right time at the right place at the right time. It's because you right skill that showed up to the right place at the right time, right personality that showed up at the right place at the right time. Because I mean, at the end of the day, a 4-year-old could be in the back of a Home Depot at 10:30 in the morning on a Wednesday afternoon, but when that dude is going around trying to get somebody to work on his house, he's not picking up that 4-year-old. He don't got the right skills. He need one of them
Exactly.
dudes that came from that crossed the border that Trump trying to get out of here to come over and work on his house. Right place, right
Period.
time,
Yeah.
but right skills. Right, the 4-year-old can't handle that, or the person who's never done carpentry a day in their life, they can't handle. So it doesn't matter if it is a bit of, if you want to call it luck, or just being blessed, or the Holy Ghost moved, or whatever you want to call it, right place, right time, whatever you want to say. On top of it, there is this right skill that's there, or this right personality, something about you that made you a candidate for doing whatever this is. And but again, like you just said, Rhonda, we don't oftentimes lean into that part of it, which is, yes, I am qualified for this. Yeah, I am good for this job. Yeah, and I think we got two things for us who are from the church world. I think we got two things going against us. One is the overall culture, because the overall culture tells you that you have just the overall American culture. Overall American culture is weird because on the one hand, it makes you arrogant and selfish. But because of that, then it masks itself by telling you that you have to like less yourself in front of people. So you have to you can't just post a picture on Instagram and be like, I was looking good today. I was looking fine. Like, that's why you posted that picture, because you was looking good. You was looking fine. But when you post it, you're going to put, oh, just something I threw on. Oh, this old thing. Like, you got to give a little slight dig, right? So overall culture does that. But when you layer that to growing up in a church space, like, and this has been my experience, you layer that with growing up in those spaces, and it very much becomes like, now it becomes linked to a word as opposed to arrogance or anything like that. Now we start using words like pride, and pride comes before a fall, and God hates the proud, and all of that. So now we take that language with us, and now, like you said, Rhonda, I'm doing my podcast and I want to talk about this, that, and the other, but somebody going, nah, you can't be that, you can't do that. They put all this stuff in your head, and it sits with you, and it sits with you until now, by the time you start doing something, it becomes like you said, if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere, because I do the exact same thing. What you doing with your music, Zeke? Oh, I just make a little here and there, no, I'm not really I ain't really no singer. I ain't really no, I can't really do all of that. I can't hang with y'all. I'm trying to be like you. We do all that kind of stuff like that. I'm just trying to be on your level. I'm just trying to get to where you at. Oh, I'm just
Yes.
trying. It is like, no, you doing what you do. Like, and I cannot for the life of me, for whatever reason, whatever happened down the line, I cannot overcome that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like you can overcome it. It's just
Yeah.
now that you're recognizing it and saying it out loud, just like I just did, like
Mm-hmm.
now we have a goal, right? Now we have to be more conscious and more mindful of the things that we're saying because we know imposter syndrome. We know it. We've seen it 1,000 times. It showed up in our lives on a regular basis. So now we have a responsibility to say, no, I recognize what this is. I'm not going this way. I'm going this way. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We
Yeah.
have a responsibility now to do better or try to do better. It's like I said, it is a daily thing. It's a day. Even when you shout me out, I swear, like if I'm not on this camera, if I'm just watching like I do every day, and you shout me out, oh, Rhonda has all this great stuff, I'll be like, oh my god, like it's cool, y'all. Like I only have 20 episodes. Like this is what I say to myself. I only have 20 episodes.
Mm.
I only have 130 subscribers. Like, don't pump it up like it's that big. And that you don't know that, but I'm saying it now. Like there have been plenty of times where I'm like, Zeke, come on. People gonna go on my page and be like, this girl got 3 videos. I mean, I have more than
Woo.
that, obviously, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that sometimes. But now that I know it and I know that that's imposter syndrome. I know where I belong. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to be an amazing podcast or maybe a talk show host someday. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with you and this show, but like I know that great things are coming, and so I have to lean into that. It's easier to lean out. It's more comfortable to lean out because when you lean in, you're going to feel that discomfort. You're going to have to be okay with people saying things that don't feel good. You're going to have to be okay with
Mm-hmm.
um, really working hard at overcoming all of those insecurities like we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
When you lean in, you have to say, I'm ready for that. And that's hard. That's hard. That
Yeah.
is super hard.
But that's, and again, like you said, that's it's so hard because like you said, we grew up with this stuff. We grew up having to we had to play second fiddle, like, and not because you needed to play second fiddle, but because you made yourself play that. I made myself play that. Walk into a room and you the center of attention when you walk in the room. So what do we hide back. Let me hide back because I don't want nobody. I've done that same thing too. People have shouted me out on different stuff, and I'll be like, don't shout me. They're gonna go on there and find out. I don't know, because we live in the social media. They're gonna find out I only got, I don't know, 2,500 followers over here. Right? You supposed to be Zeke Locke. You supposed to have 25,000 at least. You got 2,500. Don't go to my page. Don't go. I don't want no shit. Like that's real. That's a real thing. I'm being a little maybe extra vulnerable today, but that's a real thing. What do you do with that? Like maybe you got to get a little arrogant. Maybe this week, maybe this week or the rest of this month or the month of June, maybe arrogance is the answer. Like, and it ain't arrogance, it's confidence. Is it really cocky if you know that it's true? That's Justin Timberlake line. Is it really cocky if you know that it's true? Like if I know. Like if I and Eric, maybe you'll chime in right here, and hopefully he won't talk about me too bad. But if I play 3 songs back to back to back, and one of those songs is mine, and my songs sound the best out of the rest of them, that's just a real thing. That's just I can't help that. If I
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
this song, then I play this song next to it. Like if I play this professional song and it's like well done, all that, I play mine next to it, and it's like, oh, this is on par with that. Like in my mind, it's like, oh, but that's what I was going for. So I achieved what I was going for, and then I play another song that's next to it, and maybe somebody I know, and it's not quite up to par. And I might listen to it and go, oh man, they got all this, and I'll make myself the one who got the worst song. But the reality of the fact is, like, no, nigga, I played the best song that I played out of these 3 was the one that I made. Now that's just a real thing. Now, if I say that out loud, people gonna say, oh, Zeke, that's a little arrogant. Don't you think that's cocky? Like, no, it's true. That's just confidence. I worked for that. But
sure.
it's hard to be honest about the achievements that you work for when you get those actual achievements.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I struggle with that when people like recognize me or like recognize my brand in other places. Like my cousin texted me the other day. She was in Walmart and this random woman walked up to her and was like, "Oh my God, you know Rhonda? Like you listen to Rhonda on the Rocks? Like you know Rhonda?" And my cousin was like, "Yeah, like that's my cousin." And she texted me and she's like, "This random woman, what?" And I was just like, "Really?" Like in the store, just like randomly out in the world.
Yeah.
Someone walked up to my cousin like, "Oh my God, like, I listen to Rhonda on the road. Like, I know her. Like, oh my God, like, how do you know her? Like, really excited. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, me with my 20 episodes? Like,
That's funny.
it is. Like, it's just, it can be overwhelming. Or I had someone ask me once, like, oh, do you know so and so? And I'm like, no. They're like, yes, you do. You know her. She follows you on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, let me see a picture. So she showed me a picture. I'm like, I've never seen this woman a day before in my life. And she was like, oh, she talks about you all the time. She loves you. I'm like, who is this
Wow.
person? And she was like, Rhonda, it's a fan. Like, it's okay to say that you have fans.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not pretentious to feel like you have fans. And I'm like, fans? Like, I have I have listeners. I have, people who
Wow.
engage with me, but it's really
That
hard for me to
is
say,
funny.
like, I have fans.
Yeah. That's why we have lock stars over here.
Yeah.
I'm saying it in agreement with you. It's hard for
Yeah.
me to be like, oh, people are fans of you, Zeke. No, they're part of the community. We're lock
Right?
stars. What is that?
Right,
Because there's no
exactly.
fans of Zeke Locke. There's no
That is funny.
fans. There's no fans. What? I'm Zeke
Yeah.
Locke. I ain't got
I'm
fans.
listening to what you all saying, and this is just interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because I don't really deal with that, so it's not. I'm it's not being funny. I don't deal with that. So hearing somebody saying how they feel
Mm-hmm.
and how this affects you all is just interesting because I've just never been that.
Yeah.
I've maybe because maybe because people call me a jerk or what's the word my friend Reggie always calls me schmuck. He calls me that on a regular. But maybe because I've always been that way and confident in what and now we've all had insecurities. That's one thing. But as far as feeling like I don't belong,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like every room is my room.
Yeah. I can
And
dig that.
I don't, but that's why I'm not saying too much. If somebody just texted, literally, like, hey, you're quiet because I can't speak on something I don't deal with. That's crazy.
Teach me your ways because
Number one, I
I
don't
don't
care
feel
nobody
like that.
thinks,
Okay. Well, amen.
honestly, at all.
All right.
Family, friends,
That's
to
the first
me,
step. Don't care what
first step, don't
anybody
care.
thinks. That's first step.
But you really
Shamelessness.
can't. If you think about it, you really can't. Because I feel like this. They're not paying nothing over here. They're not affecting what I'm doing. I'm still successful in what I do. Their opinion has not changed what I do. They
Yeah.
have no rank or ability to hinder or halt what I do. Why do I care
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all? And
That's
see,
true.
the other thing too, like Zeke said with his music, man. I think that's a fair fear to wonder what somebody will think about what you do. But think about it. You're a Kanye West fan. He's a
Mm-hmm.
musical genius, and they tear him down every single day. That's just part of being in the public eye. Nobody's gonna. What did Fred tell us? The one of his top albums when he took the record label said, "This is," and they cussed, "This is some," and threw it down on
Mm-hmm.
the table. And a
And
few
we
hours
still
later,
sing those songs
he's
to this
flat.
day.
He's still eating off that song to this day with
Yeah,
with
you
huge
can't go
royalties.
to a black church and hear the offering without hearing that
You will
song.
not. You hear blessed all the time.
You're gonna hear that song at least 27 times in a year. At least 27
And they
times
told
a
him
year,
it
you're
was
gonna hear the
trash.
song blessed.
We sing it every Sunday, so
And
there's
they
that.
See, my
I
point.
hear it
that's
52
Yeah.
times a year.
they told
Yeah.
him his record was
Record
trash.
label told him that was trash. It was never going nowhere.
And
The
Wow.
Ty
album.
Tribbett is another person. And I'm going to music that I'm gonna go back to something else. Music. I remember I had Ty's first record, and we were shopping it, and this record label it was Lifestyle, no way on it. And the guy literally said, "Oh, this will never make it in the music industry." A couple Grammys later, Ty's still here, and the other guy his career's done.
Yeah.
Always gonna
Yeah.
have somebody
I
critique
think,
what you do. Beyonce
yeah.
gets critiqued, and she's supposed to be the chick, and people are like, oh, she do too much.
Yeah,
I mean,
but when you think about that, when you think about people on that level, and maybe this is imposter syndrome or my insecurities at play. When
Mhm,
you think about people like Beyonce, I
mhm,
guarantee you there are hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people that like her more than there are who dislike her. So it's
mhm.
easy to drown out the negativity when there's way more positivity in the room. But if you
Yeah.
have 500 followers and 300 of those followers don't like you, it's hard to drown that out. Or I just even say 150. it's harder to drown that out
Yeah.
than if it was 150,000 versus 2 million. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel like it's easier to not pay attention to the negativity, because if I get 5 comments on a TikTok video and 2 of them are talking being rude, then that's hard to ignore, right?
Hmm.
Like, that's hard to look over. You see what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
hear what you're saying, and I agree with you, Eric. But
I
I
can
think,
get that. I can get that for a person like me. I just delete the comment and keep it pushing. See,
yeah,
that's I don't give people that much real estate in my mind. I had a
yeah,
conversation, and not saying you guys do. I had a conversation by yesterday that said something about something, and I'm like, that's how you feel. That's totally fine. I'm still gonna do what I want to do anyway, but that's how you feel. I just never. And again, I'm not saying I don't have securities in other areas. I'm just saying in this particular area, I'm listening and learning from you all because I've
Yeah.
never,
Sure.
dealt with that. Because you can go. I've had posts up and people tearing me up under the comments. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
you, sir, you know what? Let me look at my bank account real quick. Oh, it didn't change at all, is what you said. Oh, but I
Man.
got this text with this opportunity that just fell in my lap. So, you know, but I
Yeah.
get it takes people time to get there.
Yeah.
It
It
takes
takes
people time to get there.
yeah,
And you'll get
it
there.
does.
That's
You'll get
Erica
there.
Badu. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
And there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but it's
But you're
you know, and
always
the other,
gonna have people critique. I don't care how good your record is.
yeah.
People, Michael Jackson had the one of the few albums that went diamond
Mm-hmm.
multiple times, and people say, "Oh, that album's trash."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know,
it's true. People gonna say what they gonna say. They
people
gonna,
gonna say what they
you know,
gotta
and you
say.
know what's crazy is I think that overall I can live with that. I think for by and large, overall, I can live with that. I think mine, and this is for me again, this is such a layered conversation. And it's different for everybody. Everything we
Oh
talk
yeah.
about this week is layered and different for everybody. So you know,
Mhm.
there's no one size fits all problem, which means there's no one size fits all solution. But I think for me, I can live with understanding that people are going to say stuff, say negative stuff. I think I got past that. I think I
Mhm.
have gotten past that. What I think I can't deal with, and maybe this is why I keep going back to it for
Mhm.
myself, I can't deal with feeling like I'm looking arrogant and cocky to people because I'm talking about, you know, like, so because I'm talking about stories or things I've done or because I've hit some achievement or some goal. So like I won't even tell stories of stuff that I've done. Some of the things that and you notice I've experienced some great things, some stuff that people would literally pay money to have one
Yeah.
experience I've had. That's a normal thing. Like when Fred and them all came for the Mother's Day concert, there were people who would have dropped all of their plans. I don't mean this with no slight or no disrespect.
I know what you
And I
mean.
think Fred would understand this, but it was like, no, I'm gonna choose my family this time because over the years I've done that so many times. Meanwhile, there's people who would give their right arm to have one opportunity to meet
Oh
somebody
yeah.
like a Fred Hammond or a Dietrich Haddon, like, you know, and I'm throwing those names because they've mentored me. But like they would give their right arm to meet those people one time for a 5-minute encounter. Meanwhile, I've been on the road with them, I broke bread with them, I done been over, I done did all these things. But you know what I won't do? I won't tell the whole world all them stories, like because I feel like the moment I start telling stories like that, and these are just my stories, my experiences, but I feel like the moment I start telling them stories and I start saying that, people gonna be looking at me like, oh, you just name dropping, oh, you just doing that, oh, you trying
Yeah,
to
that's
look more
Yeah.
real.
important than you are, oh, you got, and then they start going, oh, well, how you gonna do all that and you ain't got but this many on Instagram and you ain't doing nothing over here, you ain't got this out, how you get this opportunity? I've had people
Easy,
say stuff
because I
like,
got it and you don't.
yeah,
That's how I got it.
man,
And
I'm
uh,
telling
and,
you.
and something else too with that, I get that, but I don't think it's bragging, man, to an extent because if we're saying as believers God is good and He blesses us, the Bible says for you to share and of what the good thing and the good works that He's done in your life. That's scriptural based to say, I had this happen. God opened this door for me. I was able to do this. I did this. I did this. There's nothing wrong with saying what you've done. It turns into arrogancy when you mistreat somebody of what you've done. Somebody who
Yeah.
comes to you and says, Zeke, man, how did you do it? You'll never get there. That's
Mm-hmm.
arrogancy. You don't have what I have. You're not mine.
Yeah.
But it's okay to sit back and say, I'm that dude. And I mean, you know, maybe that's where the arrogance that people say I carry comes across. But I feel that way with all my being, and I don't let another person damper what I feel. Because at the end of the day, the person you ain't all that. Well, you're in my inbox too, trying to be my friend and trying to connect with me. So apparently, I'm something. Apparently, God has given me something that people recognize. I can walk into a room of thousands, and you're sitting in the back watching while they ask me to come sit in the front row. It's a difference. Just like you, Zeke. There's things you can do. There's opportunities and doors you can walk in. You can sit, and I'm not. And Kurt Franklin come to town, and you can say, "Yeah, I'm gonna come to the show." His team reach out. Oh, Zeke Locke coming. We got seats for him. Tell him just come on through the back VIP door. Let Rita, and I'm just using Rita as an example, not Rita Miller, Rita Gonzalez. Let Rita Gonzalez call them same people and say, "Hey, I want to come to the show." They're like, "Who is this?" Like, this is Rita Gonzalez from Rita Gonzalez. Go get this. Click, click. Hello. It's different opportunities, man. God blesses us in levels, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the light." He wasn't being arrogant. He was telling the truth. This is who I am.
Saying what a thing is. Yeah.
Who I am. And so Rhonda, I think, has a type of arrogance about herself. And not in a bad way. I'm going to say confidence.
I was going to call it confidence.
I'm not going to say I'm arrogant. She's confident in who she is. Rhonda will tell you, I'm that chick, I'm this, I'm that. And it's not that she's trying to sell herself. That's what she really believes she is and who she is.
And I feel like sometimes you just got to claim what it is. Eric said something to me one time. Eric said something, not you, Eric, Rhonda's brother, Eric. So Rhonda has a brother named Eric. He said something to me years ago one time. He was like, when he was starting to be real successful and starting to move around after he had left Olivet. And I think we came across each other. I don't know if maybe this was at Olivet. I don't remember where this was, but we was talking and just catching up and doing all that. And I was like, "Man, you doing it?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, you just got to tell people what it is." Basically, he was like, "Sometimes you gotta." Mama, I'm sorry, I'm finna use this word, but Rhonda's brother told me this. He said sometimes you just got to be an asshole. And I was like, "I don't know how to be an asshole. I don't know how to do that. I only know how to love everybody and care for everybody and try to." So for me, going back to Eric Rideout's point, which is, somebody may come to town and be like, "Oh yeah, Zeke can come backstage." Here's the problem. When I look out there and I see 12 people I know who can't come with me, then I'm like, well, shoot, I don't belong going back there.
No, that means you become. Don't feel like that, like I do. If I'm somewhere and I'm sitting there looking, I see a lot of people I know. I'm like, "Hey, you all, this is how arrogant. Look at me as a goal." And keep it moving. You become the goal. I want to be who Zeke is. Just like you sat in the audience one day and looked at Dietrich and said, "I want to be who that guy is."
Yeah.
That's how you look at it. I want to be the guy. Like Dre said, those scriptures I live by. Me too.
Yeah.
It's who you are, man. I don't dampen your light to make somebody else feel comfortable. That's crazy. So I'm not gonna damper and turn the light off on me just to make you comfortable over there, or you comfortable over there. No, turn your light up, or maybe you need to leave out the room. But I'm gonna put myself in a sad and diminish my work so somebody else feel comfortable. Never.
And I've done it so many times. Like I said, being vulnerable, I've done it so many times.
You go the entire day from morning to night, you're like, this guy just acts like he's President Trump or somebody, like he run the world. No, it's that I know who I am.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm like you in that way, Zeke, where it's like when I start to get success, I'm like, oh, let me not forget about my friends. Like, this person is trying to do this. Let me bring them along with me. And it's like, girl, you need to make a way for yourself first. Your feet ain't planted. Like, sit your ass down and then worry about everybody else later. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very, very similar in that. Like, if somebody shouts me out, I'm
come in the rooms you come in.
Yeah,
and they will mess you up and get you kicked out.
100%. But that's it. All comes with learning. But until that imposter syndrome not goes away, because I don't think it ever goes away, but until you're further past that imposter syndrome than you ever have been before, it's hard to think like that. It's not gonna, I don't want to dim my light. If somebody says, "So you want to dim your light?" Hell yeah. No, I'm not gonna say that. Like, no, I don't want to dim my light.
But do
However,
you do it?
I have. I have
Why?
done it on several occasions
Why?
because it's just easier. It's more comfortable.
So you
There is
rather?
a lot of discomfort
Yeah,
in success.
I
There's
agree.
a lot of discomfort in success. You are being
Yeah.
stretched and pulled in ways that you've never been stretched and pulled before. Think about when you
Oh,
first start working out again. Like you like, oh, I didn't even know I had this muscle. And that muscle gets sore. You don't want to feel sore, but you want the results of what it means to work out and what it means to exercise. I feel the same way with success. I don't want to feel that soreness. I don't want to feel those stings because I don't want to hurt my friends' feelings. And these been people who've been with me all the time. And that's how I think. But until that's a process of getting past that. It's not something that can happen
yeah,
overnight. I wish that I had the type of confidence that you have, Eric, but
you do.
and I'll get there. I will get there. I
You're
believe
kind of
that I'll
there.
get there, but it's just gonna take time.
It
You know
takes
what
It's just
your
gonna
thing
take
is?
time.
You just have to release the carrying of the weight of carrying others. Once you get past that, you'll be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You'll be great.
Woo, Eric, don't start making me have to be vulnerable. All right, I'm taking a music break right here so we can get Pastor Rich Holmes on the stage because you just triggered me, Eric. So
I don't carry no. Hey man, look, if I can help you, I can. But if I
carrying
can't help
other-
you, it is what it is, and I don't feel bad for not being able to help everybody. Jesus
Yeah.
couldn't do half the works he wanted to do because they couldn't believe it. So he couldn't do it. Who am I?
Man, I'm gonna say we're gonna take a music break right here. We're gonna come back with Star Rich Holmes. We
And
got.
you are-
I can't bring him up after that statement because he's gonna come on here and read me my rights on public. So I got to.
He still will do it regardless. You ain't right.
I got to put a music break in between that because Eric and Richard start digging it to me the way they dig it to me. You know that.
Pause.
But yeah, pause. Y'all know what I mean. Just one song, and we coming right back with Pastor Rich Holmes, and we talking about imposter syndrome. I'm gonna play this song, and then I'm gonna play a clip from Sean Breed that I played all last week, and it fits this conversation. And we're back with Rich Holmes though when we come back. So y'all stay locked in and let us know. Have you dealt with any of this stuff that we're talking about? Are we me and Rhonda the only ones? Because Eric is part of the faction that's never dealt with it. Me and Rhonda might be the only people. If so, this has been a great platform for us. But if we ain't the only ones, y'all let us know. Here's editorial. Stay with me. It's my jam. I love this song.
It's within my nature sometimes to not live righteously and holy. Why do I have to go astray? Forever want your eyes on me. Mwari inindo funga kuti tatata papi. It's all me, I know. The evidence all around me. You are here, I know. So stay with me. Oh, Papa God, won't you stay with me? Yeah. From my nanny, stay with me. Say you'll be there. Stay with me, Papa. No, I ain't perfect. Obstacles will test my faith, inhibiting purpose. I tripped up on too many times. When I fall, Munoti, I'll rise again. Inindo funga kuti natata papi. It's all me, I know. The evidence all around me. You are near, I know. So stay with me. Oh, Papa God, won't you stay with me? Yeah. From my nanny, stay with me. Say you'll be there. Stay
I love that song. I love that song.
Yeah,
Such a good song. Stay
so
with
many songs.
Yeah, that's a cold-blooded song. I really like that one. And there is the Rock Obama. Shout out to the Rock Obama. What do you have to say about this, the Rock Obama? Oh, well, let me stop. Y'all, we're talking about imposter syndrome today. And have you ever dealt with it? Are you dealing with it? Is it something that you're dealing with? Come on, let us know in the comments. Me and Rhonda right now feel like we're the only ones who have had to deal with, who've had to deal with it. We don't know. We I don't know. A few people said that they've been dealing with it as well. So yeah. Like Brony Cat says she understands Rhonda. Shout out to Miss Ursula Ellis, who says everybody can't go. Everybody can't come with you when you're going. Relentless said, turn your light up, turn your goofy down. That sound like something Trey was saying. I like this comment I was looking for right here. People will never understand what you work for to get to those opportunities. Everyone don't get the same opportunities you worked hard for. And those things are true. And then look at this. Jamaica Lachey is here with us. She said, you preaching this morning, E.
I sure am, and you can cash out me an offering before Pastor Rich gets on. But no, it's the truth, man. You cannot, don't feel bad for the opportunities that you have. Yeah. Somebody's sitting somewhere right now hating on this, what we doing every morning.
Yeah. And I'm okay with it.
Always gonna hate on it.
I think I'm okay with it. And this is helping me to be okay with it by doing it every morning, just constantly doing it.
There you go.
Just constantly doing the thing. It's helping me to be okay with it. Let's do this, y'all. Let's get Pastor Rich Holmes to the stage. Let's get him up here. Oh, I got it right there. There it is. There's the beat. Pastor Rich Holmes. Hey, 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 hey. See, I don't care what y'all say. That's a dope beat. But in my mind, I can think of 45 beats that are doper than that right off the back of my head, and none of mine are in that number. That's imposter syndrome.
Help them, Lord. Stretch your hands to the screen. Phones, whatever you got. My Lord.
So, Rich, do you deal with that?
Do I deal with imposter syndrome?
Because they both deal with it, but that's something I don't deal with. And I love hearing what they feel about it because now I know how to handle people that deal with it. What about you?
Absolutely. I think when I was younger, I think I had that for a moment on finding where I fit in, finding my niche, and something that helped me to understand that, we are designed to be set apart, that you may not have to fit in all the time. So your music, your thoughts, the things that you may come up with, your concepts, it may not fit in places that you're trying to fit it into. And so that's why I believe your gift will make rooms for you at times, instead of you having to put your gift in a room that you don't feel like you belong. And so as I matured in faith, I began to find my identity in Christ and really believe on those scriptures and having confidence in him. And so I stopped relying on myself, because in me, I can fail. In me, I can have imposter syndrome. In me, I can deal with all those things. I begin to mature and find who I am in him. Yeah. And in him, I live. In him, I have power. In him, I have confidence. So how am I spending my time with him? So I know that he's with me. And if he's with me, I don't care who's against me at that time. That's the mindset I had to take on. But of course, it happened with maturity. Of course, younger in faith, I was just like, this is what it has to be. And I read the scripture. You don't have to deal with this. Like, it's something you can overcome, but you have to walk in a journey of faith. And I find it with my identity with Christ.
And in him, you can do all things too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a learning process, and I think that's really the end goal here is really to realize that, for this the whole week. I'm speaking for the whole week. The end goal is to realize that in all of these things, we deal with it. Yeah, it creeps up. Yeah, it comes up. And Rhonda said something real good, especially when it's a new situation. Like, when it's a new situation and you find yourself around folks who you've looked up to, or you're comparing yourself really to honestly the things that that they've done, you know. So my music, I'm comparing it to the impact of the stuff that I based it on, the stuff that I've heard all these years, which is my favorite stuff. And I've, you know, you put my song up next to Kanye West and Fred Hammond and Kirk Franklin and Lauryn Hill and Music Soul Child and John Legend, all my favorite people from back in the day. I just dated myself with all those names. But you know, you put me up against any of those people and I'm listening to my stuff and I'm going, dang, it ain't good enough. You know, if I listen to a Tri-City song, like, because everybody who knows me knows Tri-City is the greatest choir that ever existed. You put one of these songs on and I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to get that. And in everybody else's mind, wow, Zeke, that sounds just like them. In my mind, no, it doesn't. Tri-City is Tri-City. I'll never be that. I can never do that, you know. But Rich, you just said something. Okay, but what can you do? Like, who are you? Who did God make you to be? What are you bringing to the table? What are you adding to the equation? And, you know, that again, that's a tough thing. I don't think it can't be undealt with, though. Like, again, there's things that I can look now and say, yeah, I've come very far. Like, I don't care what somebody says. Yeah, I'm not even opening that message. I don't even care because I already know what they're going to be on. I got no response for it. But there's still other times where I'm like, no, I need to apologize for this, or I need to step back. I need to humble myself a little. My mother would call it false humility. I need to humble myself a little more. I need to be, you know, so it's a constant growing thing. It's a constant. It's
a journey, man, for sure. Maturity level happens at different times in life. It's just when you recognize it, then it's time to take action and overcome and make the move to be better. We can't stay in it. We can always talk about it and dwell in it, and I'm still in it and still doing it. That's fine. I got out of that part. I couldn't continue to stay in it. It was, I'm ready to be over it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. How do I get over it? My thing, cast your anxiety and cares on him. Well, let me focus on him then. I haven't tried this other stuff, and some of us has tried him and ain't found him, but we tried church, or we tried organization, or we tried friends, we tried these other things. I began to establish, what does my relationship with him look like? And once that one-on-one got better, it helped out in everything else. That'd be my advice, at least on that. But for me, you know, finding my identity in him.
We can't hear you, Eric. What'd you say?
I said, amen and amen.
Oh. So you say, amen and I'm mad.
No. Oh, look at her. Backing up driving. Professional driving.
Oh. Look, at first, I got thrown off with her when she dropped her phone. I was going to put it on the center of the screen. Like, you all right, Rhonda? Is everything okay?
You know what? I want to put this out there. If anybody wants to buy me one of those mounts that you put in your car, because currently my phone is sitting on my water bottle and leaning on the straw.
Oh,
so I need a, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, just a mount. Oh, yeah. Well, I might have one you can have because I don't use it anymore.
Oh,
but it's the kind that goes like it suction cups to the window, to the windshield. And
I wouldn't care what it did. I just need one for now.
Gotcha. Next time I see you, if I got it with me, you can have it. If I'm in the camera, just remind me. Yeah, if I'm driving the camera,
I've seen you more in the last month than I have in the last 20 years, which is
isn't that crazy? That is wild. That is wild sauce. Yeah.
It's wild. Anyway, I'm at work now. I have to go into this meeting. I'm 1 minute late. So
what are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying?
I don't know. It's a long story. I have to tell y'all offline.
No. I mean, what are you saying by saying you at work? What that mean to us? You got to go?
I have to
go. What are you doing? We got 30 minutes, Rhonda.
We got 30. We ain't done.
What's more important, your job or
making money?
Or huh? Your job or Cabo?
What's more important, your marriage? Your mortgage? Your marriage. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Did I try to say your mortgage?
Is something coming?
Zeke, you've been real prophetic. Rhonda on the racks. Come on. Lift your hands up.
Lift those dirty hands and praise them all over the room.
And I don't like people to touch me with dirty fingernails.
Yeah, dirty fingernails.
What he said?
I don't like people touch me and their fingernails are dirty. That's another thing I don't like. And you just when Zeke said dirty hands, it reminded me of that. I don't like when you touch me and if your nails are dirty. at
Eric,
all.
I don't think you like to be touched at all. Period.
I really
Let
don't.
alone.
You
Yeah,
know?
I can see that. I can see that. I
Like, don't
can
touch me,
100%
don't
see
touch
that.
my plate,
Hands
don't let
off.
my food touch, nothing touching. Y'all
No.
give it up one time for Miss Rhonda on the racks. Make sure y'all know I
On the
just
racks.
changed her name. I know I just
Period.
changed her
Rhonda on the
name.
racks.
I'm being
I'm gonna change it
prophetic. She
on
got
this platform. It's gonna say Rhonda on the racks tomorrow.
She got the racks.
Racks on
Sure.
racks. She
Oh, wait.
Let's
she
go.
gotta get us to Cabo. I need her to have all the racks. She gotta get
All
us
the
to
racks.
Cabo. Like we
All the racks.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So
Love
Rhonda, you have a good rest of your day then. Y'all say good. Just give Rhonda all the love, everybody. Everybody give Rhonda some love. I'm moving. You good. Yeah. Shout out to Rhonda. Shout out to Rhonda. She is at work. So no, she's had a lot of good stuff though. There's just a lot of good things. You know, we talk about this conversation around imposter syndrome and all that, but you know, again, I think it's one of those things that when we all take a step back, we probably all dealt with it on some level. That's what the research says. That we've all dealt with it on some level. Whether it be, you know, I'm walking in to a game of basketball, a pickup game of basketball with my friends, and my leg hurts a little bit. Like, so it's like, no, I ain't gonna be able to run like I can because y'all be doing like, no, we still chose you on the team because you got a shot. You got a good jump shot. We wasn't picking you to run anyways because you never could run. Whether your leg was hurting or not, you never could run. Like, we wasn't picking you for that. Just take the shot. No, I can't because my leg is, you know, like, I mean, you know, on some level in so many spaces. I like what Rhonda said, though, especially when it's something new, you know. Especially when it's something new. Shout out to Miss Ursula Ellis as well. She's here with us on today. Yeah. There it is right there. She was saying goodbye to Rhonda, giving her all the hearts and the love. Yeah. I like this right here. Miss Brenda Rose, definitely not the only one who dealt with that negative hand. It's every occupation when your accomplishments them, and that, I missed that. I missed what that's saying. But when you're giving compliments, that's why. And you have growth. Okay, she corrected it right there. Then when you're giving compliments, let me pose that question right there. Do y'all find yourself at this? And Rich, maybe you can answer this one because me, Rhonda, and Eric already kind of talked about it. But do you find yourself like when you find yourself giving a compliment? Do you find yourself kind of brushing it off a little bit, like, oh no, it's not me, it's you know, church folks, you know how we do. That's not me, that's all God. Give it on up to him. Like, nigga, I was in rehearsal for 14 hours before I sang this song. Yeah, God gave me the talent, but I rehearsed 14 hours to get this song right. And then as soon as somebody says, "Oh, Zeke, that was good," I go, "Oh, it wasn't me, it was all God." Like, no, it was God and 14 hours of rehearsal. It was you, Zeke.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely, it's always God. No, not me. God gets the glory. It's him. What y'all do? Leaning?
Yeah, but you know, I was doing it without the thumb though. The thumb is the you know, the credit, you know, God gets the glory, but I get the credit. You know,
okay.
But I was doing it, I'm always doing it without the thumb. It's always just
right, it's just all God. Right.
Up,
That's
all
it.
God. I got nothing to do with it. It's all God.
That happens until I think the company of being around the right amount of people, the right type of people, can change your mindset and help you propel you to the next level. And the more I hung around other people, I realized there are moments where you need to, for your mental health, you need to boost yourself up. You know what I mean? But my scripture always says, "Make our boast in the Lord," and that's what they always told us. We don't boast in our own doing. It was always in something that that he made happen for us. But as I got into other circles, I realized you need that. That's healthy, especially in the spaces that you are, because in the arena or the areas that you're in, it's so much competition, it's so competitive, and there's things that you need to kind of give you that, okay, I'm still the man. I still got it. I'm talking to basketball players. There's not one, I think that's everybody, they all arrogant into some capacity. They all think they the man. They all think they the one because at one point in their life, they've always been the best player on their team since they was growing up, since middle school, since high school to college. Now you get to the NBA, well, there's tons of people that's better than you. But you still have to keep the mentality of, I'm better than everyone on this court, or you will be out the league. And there's a
Mhm.
lot of men that deal with that in their mind. Well, they start off where they thought they was this great, and then they just got up there and they realized maybe I don't belong, and they out the league. If you don't keep that same level of I'm the man, I'm a big dog, whatever it is, that has to stay in the forefront in that arena. So yeah, I don't know if I answered the question, but yeah, that's kind of where I was at. It's just like God, God gets the credit, and it wasn't necessarily about me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But as again, being around different people, you have to learn how to balance it, man, so it makes sense in the spaces that you're in. That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I can get with that. I can feel that.
Because,
I can
like
feel
Dre
that.
said, God gets the glory, and we get the benefits, especially if we're following His plan and following what He's looking for us to do. I'm big on that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that. Yeah. Let me I'm gonna play this clip real quick. I was just loading it up, so hopefully the computer doesn't do something stupid. But this is something I played this clip in the morning for the pre-show. I played this clip every day last week, or maybe the week before last, actually. The week before last. It's a clip by Sean Breed, and it's about a minute long. Let me play this real quick, and y'all tell me what you think, because this goes back into something that we were talking about when you say you kind of like dumb yourself down. You don't want to talk about your stuff because you're scared of how it's gonna make other people feel, how it's gonna do. And he spoke to this. This comment has been speaking to me. This video he did has been speaking to me. That's why I put it in the pre-show. But let me play it real quick so people can see what we're talking about.
Comfortable when you speak about your accomplishments just because it has nothing to do with them. If they're involved with your accomplishments, speak on. Talk about it. Speak about it, right? Because you're involved. They're involved. But if they're not involved, why should you suppress that? Why should you keep silent about your experiences in life? If you did this and you explored this and you reached this height or you accomplished this, why should you hold that back? Why should you feel like, well, just because everybody else in the room didn't experience this, I'm gonna keep quiet about it? Why? If somebody needed their car fixed and you said, I can fix that right now. They'll let you go outside and fix that right then and there because it benefits them. It has something to do with them. They gain from that. A lot of times, if they're not involved with your accomplishments, they don't want nothing to do with it. They don't even want to hear it. And that's a selfish-minded person. I'm not talking about flaunting everything that you did in life and all your accomplishments and achievements to a listening ear. No, I ain't saying that. I'm saying if the opportunity presents itself, why you gotta hold back? Why you gotta keep quiet?
Yeah. So, what he was saying there, right? Like these times where we hold back who we are. My question to that is, and maybe there's psychologists who can answer this really good. My mama was still here; she could help to answer this question a bit. But does doing that actually help to feed into this thing we've been calling imposter syndrome? Like dumbing yourself down for the sake of others. At some point, does that become just your entire being? Because we say stuff like this in church all the time. You'll be what you say you are. You speak it. You speak it, and that's what it'll be. So the more you speak, it's just no, that's all God. Oh no, I'm just trying to be on your love. Could it be that the more we speak those things, the more we believe those things, the more we become those things? Therefore, now the more we live out those things, so that when big opportunities do actually come our way, even though we were saying those things and we were doing the work, now the big opportunity comes our way, and that's our default mode, because it's literally our default mode. It's what we've now gone back into. And I wonder that, do we feed our own demise in a sense? Has either one of y'all have been there? Because if I could speak for myself, I'd say, yeah, absolutely. I've absolutely spoken into my own demise, spoken into my own the imposter syndrome, into my own I don't belong here, into my own feeling of inadequacy. I've spoken into that myself. I've, oh no, I ain't got all that. I'm not. At what point does that, become our thing versus what, as you would probably say, Rich, versus what God has said about us, right? What point does that become you're speaking against God because you're saying that I'm not good enough? Like,
yeah, that's the big thing. You're gonna have what you say. If you continue to think in those manner, I'm the one to believe that you will have what you say. You will be the product of what you produce with the words out of your mouth, with the thoughts that you think, with the actions that you take. Those are the way I live my life, man. And so if I'm speaking positive, I'm living positive, I'm doing what I need to do to be positive. If I'm thinking negative, if I'm thinking I don't belong, maybe I don't belong. Now that's an iffy chance. Maybe I do belong, maybe I don't belong. But I don't want the iffy. I'm looking for the sure thing. And how do I find the sure thing to make it work? And I'm basing that off what my belief is. I stand on what I believe. I live out what I believe. So yeah, man, if that's a person that continues to talk in that manner of negativity towards themselves, I do the same thing with my son, even now when he's young. No, if you think you're going to lose just because y'all down by 10, then yeah, y'all about to lose. But if you have an opportunity, you're going to do everything you can to do your best to go out there and win. Now, whether they win or not, it's his approach to it. And that's what I'm saying. Whether we deal with these issues and trials, what is our approach to it?
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be the way we deal with this? So yeah, Eric has a perspective. I got a perspective. Tons of people got a perspective when it comes to dealing with any situation. But I believe it's based on the person. What are you going to choose to believe and then go out there and do it? If you still choose to believe this is something that I'm going to feed into, I'm going to continue to say, and that, then you're going to continue to be in that same situation is what I believe. Now, if a person that wants to shift their mind, because I don't think change happens until your mind is shifted. Then you got to shift your language. I don't think change happens until you change the words that you're saying. And you got to shift the people that surround you. I don't think nothing's going to change if I see you hanging around the same people that's dealing with the same thing. What are you doing to get to the next level, to position yourself to even get out of your pit? That's how I would look at it.
Talk us through yours, if you will. Yeah. So we, give us the vulnerability side. Like, make it personal real quick. Yeah.
I don't really. So what's the best way to make it personal?
But just the time, an example. And you can tell me shut the hell up if you need.
No, you don't have to, because hopefully somebody can find a teachable moment with it. But I know I make it very simple, but it's because I learned the Bible in a very simple and understandable way. I didn't learn it from a whole theological concept. My first things of learning was a simple and understandable way. If you do these principles and follow these steps, if you change your mind, you can change your life. If you change the way you think and approach different things, you can change the outcome of what you're looking for. Because I believe the God that we serve, that we say is so powerful, is well able to do exceeding and above whatever we're thinking, whether that's a small-minded, whether it's big-minded, whether it's this imposter syndrome. He can do way beyond that if we believe it. So my concept of it was going to the scriptures, feeding my spiritual man, and not looking so much on the natural concept of things. That's a different mindset to have, again, from shifting from I'm trying to strive to get something. And I think all of this way of thinking is with a concept of trying to get something, trying to get somewhere, versus you already becoming and being that. And I think once that kind of shifted for me, that changed a lot of things as well. That's true. I got a whole ton of things that I did. But my biggest thing, as even Dre talked about, was work on my confidence. And how do I work on my confidence? Well, I have a scripture that helps me with that. And this is the confidence that I have in him. You know what I mean? If, that I can't remember what it is. Whatever we pray, we believe it, we see it, we know that he's giving it to us, and we have the petition that we ask of him. So I believe that. That's where my confidence comes from. The scripture, the word from God, not just Bible, but also what is he speaking to me? What is he saying to me? What do I believe he's leading me to get into? Because if I believe he's leading me and I get into these rooms, I'm supposed to be here because I've been led by him. That's how I would look at it.
I dig it. Go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I agree with Rich, because the thing is, like you said, as believers, we say one thing, God is all powerful, but he can't do this, or he's all powerful, but in this area, he can't. No, I mean if he's who if he's who you believe he is who you believe he is in every situation. And I agree with that because that's how I do, man. What I feel personally, my personal thoughts, my personal feelings, do they matter? Yes. But at the end of the day, we as believers, the ultimate decision, the ultimate goal, and the ultimate factor or thing we base our life on is the word. And what God says and what we're told by him, we are who we are, and what we can do. That's how I get that with Rich, because I'm the same way. I'm like, God says I can do this. That's that.
Yeah.
I don't have the option. I don't have the mindset. But what if? Well, on my human mind, the Bible says his thoughts are way different than our thoughts anyway. We can't comprehend the way he thinks, but we ask for his mind to be in us, which is like the Bible always says. You pray, Lord, give me the mind of Christ. This mind being you, that's also in it. I do that. That's how I operate. So I get where Rich is coming from. I'm just a believer of that God said I can do this. Okay, let me make plans on to do it. So I said, how you gonna do it? No matter how I'm gonna do it. He said I can do it. I'm just gonna do it. Now, of course, you do the research, you do the work. We're not saying God said go do it and you just sit, cross your arms and sit on the patio with some tea and just, sip coffee and look off in the distance. But you have to do the
Right.
work. But I'm like Rich. I believe God is who he says he is and what he can do, period. My personal mind can't comprehend some things, and I get that as humans we cannot comprehend some things, but that's why we trust in him to do what we can't see and what we don't understand, and that's just how I do. Not
And so
knocking
really
nobody else, it's just me.
I talk to people like
Okay.
they talk to like I can talk about a spiritual concept or something that I can say or believe in, and they're so quick to try to diagnose it and to make it something natural. Oh, that's called this in this world. Oh, that's called this in this space. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. If that's how you want to label it, cool. Whatever works for you, if it works. So I just find that interesting as well. Everything gets to want to be a label, want to be some type of a test or drug for it. And I'm like, oh, I thought this was just a biblical concept. No, it's a way of thinking. Your mind is altered, is shifted to this. This too many chromosomes is aligned with this way. Okay, cool. Then that's how you want to believe it. That's fine. That's what you believe. And I just go with it for those. But for myself, man, I stand on my own beliefs, bro. Like, I stand on my own beliefs with God. Like, that's real. And I think if a person can get that foundation of understanding who they are again with Christ and what are their foundations going to be? What is their belief? What am I really going to believe? Am I really going to believe God, the Bible, or not?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to for believers, I believe, in so many words. But
yeah. And so, and this is not me knocking that at all. And Rich, you'll understand this, but I got to make a disclaimer for everybody else watching. I got to make disclaimers for everybody else watching. This is not me knocking that at all. But now I'm getting more into, because we are talking, when we're talking imposter syndrome, yes, it is. What do you believe about what it says? But we're talking specific. I think I'm talking more specifics on, because while you can believe it in one area, you can disbelieve it in another area. You get what I'm saying? Like you can struggle in another area. You can overcome something in one place. Like if I walk into a church, I'm fine. Like I don't need I don't need no introductions. I walk into it. I own that space. I got it because I've done it all my life. It's what I know. So I walk I don't care if it's a white church, black church, Pentecostal church, Baptist church. It's just what I know. It's just who I am. But then when you get into these new things that you begin to take on, right, there is this level of work that has to go into it. And so you obviously are going to have some, for lack of a better word, some idols or some mentors or some people that you look up to. Maybe something you're basing it off, like for you, maybe your favorite preacher or something like that, or your favorite, your favorite artist, your favorite singer, your favorite church service, your favorite, and you then start drawing these comparisons because it's like I'm achieving to get to something that I see in that. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that I'm trying to mimic them, but I'm trying to achieve, like I see the level of success. I see what they've done. I'm trying to get it. And so in your mind, you build this thing up trying to get to that. And it's just not getting to what you see. And so now the feeling of all that work being in vain, I must not belong. I must not have, you know what I'm saying? Like so, and that's what I'm getting at.
Hey.
Like, what is the, what is
for the screen?
This mug.
Sorry about that.
Good. I'm like,
I'm gonna put you in the center now. There you go. Like, but you know what I mean? Like this work level that you throw in. Like, so the overcoming and the work level. Like, how do you get past the work level? It's one thing to believe, it's another thing to actually get up and work. You can believe something all day, but a belief with no work behind it is just a dream.
Absolutely.
How do you get past in the work level? Because again, it's people who believe that God told me do this, do that, the other, this, that, and the other, all that. I believe it's gonna be. I got it. But then the work drives them away. Like the work is tough. The work is hard. You can't get the people around you. You can't get enough folks to follow you. You can't get enough of the right. And then it becomes the practical things that actually, those little foxes that spoil the vine, right? Those practical things that begin to tear you down. So at that point, it's not even about the belief system. It's about what's actually practically happening in the world. And that's what I'm asking, I think, is how do you now line all of those things for you, because y'all not dealing with it. So how do y'all align all of those things then? Well, I don't know, because if you're never dealing with imposter syndrome, then you wouldn't even know. But how do you align all of those things so that it helps to overcome that? I don't even know how to ask that question.
I'm sorry, Zeke. I missed the whole question. I am sorry. I looked up.
You was getting screens together. You was getting screens.
I'm literally looking, talking to you all. And I looked to my left, and the maintenance man was standing right here in my room. I'm like, wait a minute. But I forgot I had told them to come put the screen, and that's what I'm like.
Oh, hold on, time out. So we rent the house that we in. We rent the coach house, and like once they were selling it, maybe about a year ago. I think last summer they were selling it, and I did not know that they was coming over. Didn't know. And I was in here like producing a track. I was actually working on some music, so the song is going, it's doing all that. And then I look over at a dude, two dudes are standing there. I jumped up and charged at him, like, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Hey, I was so.
And I went off. I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? Who are you?" Like, what? Straight up forgot didn't know they were supposed to be coming over. Well, straight up forgot. Let's put it that way. I knew they was coming, but I forgot they was coming, so I didn't know they was there.
Funny.
He said they knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, and of course I was in here. I had the headphones on, like I was listening through the headphones, like so I didn't hear nothing. I'm thinking, I turned around, I threw them headphones. What the fuck you doing? He was like, oh.
Well, see, what made it awkward for me, as you all know, we're doing a podcast. So from the waist up, I'm great. I'm sitting here, so I'm like, yo, bro, I'm sitting. Let me jump up, put on some jogging pants, fella. What you got going on?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Go ahead, that's why I holler. He said, "Oh, I hear the feature screen." I'm like, and see, that's being relaxed. And I'm because the thing is, most people look over, see some man standing in the thing, they would have jumped up like Zeke did. I was looking like,
jumped up, charged at him, and cussing him out the whole time I'm doing it. Like,
even if what was your question? That's
what you doing here. Who are you? Who sent you?
He's basically asking like how to move with the belief situation. Like basically,
yeah. That's basically what we're doing.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, the people heard it. They had your back, E. They had your back. My bad. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Yeah. Eric missed the whole question, but that's all right. Yeah, it was just how do you align? If I sum it up real short, how do you align what you believe? Right, because we've talked a little bit all over the place today's episode, and this has been great about like what you believe about yourself, and that's where the imposter syndrome really starts. Like what you believe. Sometimes it comes from things people have put on you. You've discovered all of those things, but then what happens when you now have conquered that belief, and now you actually have to put the work in, and then the work starts to show you. I'm not cut out for this. So maybe I'm not good enough. And it's the work itself that starts to show you that. What do you do? What are you doing there?
I'm a big person though. If you believe in the action comes with the belief. So if you're doing the work and you're just not measuring up, like maybe this ain't where you're supposed to be at. Maybe you need to go back to God and see, is this where I'm supposed to be at? Is this what I'm supposed to do? I've done that, man. I believed I was going to be an NBA player, Zeke. I believed it. I believed with every being I had when I was 13. All right. But as I went through journey of life, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do all the work that it takes to be an NBA player. When I talk to kids now that want to be NBA players, I get a chance to work with a few of them. When I talk to the kids now and they say they want to be an NBA player, I say, how many times do you work out? I work out once a day. You ain't ready to be an NBA player. I'm going to tell you that right now. And they may think that's the max that they're supposed to do. That ain't it. So I now have to find out, what does it take to be on this level? I need to do research as preparation and time for growth. If I'm really believing this is what I'm called to do, I need to get knowledge on the place that I'm going. Because in all my getting, I got to get an understanding of why am I here? Am I supposed to be here? And while I'm processing and doing all those things, I'm taking action. If I'm just sitting back waiting on God because I believe something, you're not waiting and believing on God. I can tell you that, because belief, it brings about action. It makes it come out. If you're just sitting here all day, that's not real belief. Because again, the example I give, a man that's hungry and you give him a steak and you sit it right there, but he don't eat it for 30 days, he probably gonna die. 45 days, 60 days, and he just sits there saying, I believe if I eat this steak, I'm not gonna die. If I eat this steak, I'm not gonna die. But if he never takes action to eat it, he gonna die. So belief, I believe, conquers you to go ahead and take action.
Yeah, all I heard in there was some timing too, because if he does pick that steak up 45 days later and eat it, nigga, you gonna die. If I said a steak there, you wait 30 days to eat it, nigga, you gonna die. you should have took your chances by not eating.
You can die of starvation. That's my point. If you got the food, that's the only thing to eat.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm just making a joke. I feel
you die of starvation, like God dog. Man.
Yeah. Nah, I love it.
Eric, what is it, man? What do we do? We take action when we believe in what we're talking about. We're trying to get past this imposter syndrome, Eric. Help us.
And you know what? It's tough for some. You know, I just feel, man, like, again, I agree with what you said, Rich, about at the end of the day, it's got to, if your foundation and your trust is in God and your belief system, and you get your information and your strength and your help, that's where you have to go. I think you have to go to God for everything. See, what we're saying is all scriptural based. Like you said earlier, what you say is what you get. You know, life and death. That's scripture. And we all know people that we've seen give the negative, say the most negative stuff, and their life is that. That's just me, man. I just walk in a peaceful place all the time. That's why most time people see me and say, "Oh, he always laughing," and because I walk in a certain lane, man. I don't let stuff. If I let everything get to me that should, I would be dead.
Man,
all the medical sicknesses and almost not be able to walk and man, look. So I'm just at a place of, all right, God, what you saying about this? Oh, you say this and another. I can do all things. This okay, and I just trust it. And I have a childlike faith when it comes to God, man. That and I think that's what we're supposed to have. I just believe He's who He say He is, and He can do what He said He can do, and He'll help me in every area of weakness. And if I'm in a room that I don't belong in, or say I'm in a room and in a situation like you said, I'm like, I really can't do this. Then I feel like, Rich, you say, go back to the Father and say, okay, hey, I thought that was what you told me to do.
Yeah.
I probably didn't hear you right, or if I heard you right, maybe I'm out of season. Some things are out of season. It's not time for you to walk into that.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
think about this, Zeke, before you
bro.
Yeah, before. No. I was just saying, like, before Zeke signed his deal, you know, what if they would have came to him the first month he was out? He wouldn't have been ready. But when the season was for it, that's why the Bible says things come in season. And we jump out of season a lot of times because we rush God. But I always say the same thing He bless you with. If you get it too early, He gonna have to curse you. It's the same thing will curse you.
Yeah.
You jumping out there, Lord, I need a new car. Okay, well here, this is in your budget. Nah, I want that Maybach. Okay, and you get it, and you can't afford the notes on it. He blessed you with the car, but now you got something you can't do. Now the same thing He blessed you with, now your credit messed up. You struggling. They come get your car. Now you outside walking. It's
Oh,
all
boy.
about timing, man, and being in the place. You got to be in the right place, right heart posture and mindset to receive. But that's it for me, everybody. And I know we got to do our round table. It's time to go. Good morning, Tara Jones.
Yeah, because I do got to. Yeah, there's Tyra. What's up, Tyra? Shout out to her. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do our round table, y'all. I'm getting text messages from work. I got to.
Bitch, like, man, if you don't get off that thing and get in the car,
If you don't
Oh,
come
no,
there.
he knows. It's just I got other clients and stuff. I got to. You still got a job. Still gotta make the money.
do what you gotta do.
this
So
thing.
round table, here we go. You want me to
Yeah,
start it
Eric,
off?
you go ahead and start it off since you in there. Eric, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so thank you all for tuning in again. Like we always say, really quick, share, like, go back and watch, comment, put hearts on it. Share with somebody who you know is dealing with imposter syndrome. Again, we hope you heard something today that helped you. For me, my faith is in God. My trust is in God. Find what works for you. I would suggest God all the time. Find what works for you. Find a way to overcome it. Get around people that are stronger. Get around people that can strengthen the area of weakness that you have. So with that being said, I want to say to everyone, it's going to be okay. You're going to overcome all the things that you're struggling with. You're going to be an overcomer. Greatest he that's in you, that's he that's in the world. And I'm going to hand it over to that pastor,
Woo!
Rich
Yo.
Holmes.
Like man, Jesus said, I come that you might have life and that you have that life more abundantly. I made the shift to say, hey, I don't just want life regularly, but I want the abundant life that Jesus talks about. And so with that, I've learned over the years, like I always say, life is choice driven. You will live and die by the choices you choose to make. I got a hint for you, choose life. I pray something was impactful today. God, thank you for these great people, believers, like-minded people, saints and ain'ts, this great community, this safe space, Lord. Thank you for every vulnerable person, every comment that was said, Lord God. We hope something was being able to be learned, some knowledge was able to be received, a seed was planted, Lord God, that you and Holy Spirit will get the harvest, Father God. We thank you for it, that His protection is coming our way. We thank you, Lord God, that even increase will come our way. We thank you that even when trials show up, you always plan a way of escape. We give you glory for today, and we give you praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, y'all. This has been another good one. Thank y'all for locking in with us today. I'm trying to find I had to move my screen around the wrong way, Lord Jesus. There it is. Oh, okay. Okay. Apparently I did okay. All right. Okay, like I said, I done moved stuff around. All right, y'all. Listen, y'all, we're doing this week. Like I said, we're doing this whole week unpacking insecurities. These things that have kept us insecure, kept us down. These are real things. These are things that people struggle with. These are things that people deal with. It's life. It's part of life. It happens. It is what it is. The real problem is that we don't talk about it. That's the real problem. We don't talk about it and we try to just bypass it. That's the real problem. And that's why we talk about the stuff over here. Because when other folks don't want to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. I don't give a care. I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna say, y'all, yeah, I deal with that. Yes, I am human just like you. I deal with it. That's why I've been. And y'all understand, y'all know that's why y'all locking in every day. So y'all keep locking in with us this week. Y'all keep locking in with us as we can go through these unpacking insecurities. We got 2 more real good topics this week on Thursday and Friday. We've got 2 real good topics coming up, so make sure y'all tell people about it. We're talking about divorce and rejection, and yeah, that's tomorrow. We're talking about divorce and rejection in love relationships, and that's not even only just love. That might be friendships. That might be what happens when you've been rejected. How do you deal with that? Yeah, so that's going to be a crazy topic because I know a bunch of the lock stars. Yeah,
Is Keith going to be on here for that? Sharing on how it is to be rejected.
Who?
Keith. I'm just wondering, was he going to be part of this?
Got you, yeah.
Speaking of
I don't
rejection.
Eric, we gotta get Keys and Eric just an episode by themselves.
They need one.
Y'all gotta hash this out.
So we had, because I would just sit and look at him, and he probably just sit and look at me. We would say nothing for 2-3 hours, just looking at each other.
I can't wait to that conversation. I definitely want to hear the difference with men and women, how they deal with the rejection.
Oh, yeah.
We
need to people coming on.
No, we just talking. We just shooting the shooting the shot. So I'm gonna do that episode again, and I won't talk about this too much, but I'm gonna have somebody on when we do it again. I'm gonna talk about her like what she went through. She's a licensed counselor, a preacher, the whole nine, and still had to go through this divorce and had to put on face and had to do, the whole thing, like all the pieces that come with it. We just talking from our perspectives. It's a vulnerable week. And then the last topic for the week. Hold on, what's it called? Let me make sure I'm pulling up the right. First off, let me get the right screen on. Yeah. The last topic that we're bringing up. I know it has to do with church world. There it is right there. Sanctified but scarred. I knew it was in there. Sanctified but scarred, religious trauma and spiritual insecurity. And yeah, that's going to be a topic that's going to be a good one.
Spiritual.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
That's something.
Spiritual insecurity?
Yeah.
That's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Wow.
And the data proves it.
I said, and the data proves it. Yeah. It's a real thing. That is.
Yeah. And that's why I'm not afraid to talk about it, because the data is telling us that's what folks are dealing with. And I don't even know if I would call it, we'll talk about that on Friday when we get here. I'm not going to start talking about the topic. Like, we're better go another half hour talking about what we're going to talk about Friday. Like,
y'all going to go.
You said what?
You said you got to go as it is. It's half the team.
Right. I got to do things. I got to go make money. All right, y'all. Yeah. See y'all. I'll see y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace to everyone. Peace out.